Hello, 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 everybody. My name is T, and I am joined by Rookie, and we're gonna be casting USA versus Mexico. How are you doing, Rookie?
I'm doing fine, about as well as I can do for a Sunday evening, but we've got a good match ahead of us, so hopefully that'll make it for a good end of the night, I guess.
Yeah. Um, so I guess before we kind of start, let's set the stage a little bit for this match. The winner of this will play Japan, which will be a rematch of one of the finals. Japan versus the USA happened last year, and Japan versus Mexico happened, I believe, 2 years ago in the first World Cup. So these two teams are just trying to itch for another opportunity at the title again.
So the thing that kind of pops off the page for me is, what are the motivations for all the squads we've got right now? Because for Team USA, it's kind of like, all right, we've kind of destroyed this entire tournament. We're the defending champions. Do we really, have the fire in us still? Are we still going to be really focused on, the task at hand, or are we like wanting to repeat? Because sometimes repeating is hard. You feel like you've proved it already.
Right.
Meanwhile, you have Team Mexico, who had, that final back in the day against Japan. And this may be, a setting to right some wrongs, if you will.
Oh yeah,
So,
especially.
who's going to want it more is the question. Because, I think USA may be a slight favorite here, but, Mexico may have something to prove.
Yeah, and especially since you may see some funny stuff going on right now, but especially since I know that Mexico last year was so close to the finals. They literally played against Japan in the semifinal, this very same semifinal match, and lost by a last second blue shell that tore their hearts. So I'm expecting them to come back with a huge vengeance. Speaking of like, I guess the lineups and whatnot, we should. Oh my goodness, we should just talk about the lineups right now. Sorry, I'm really tired. For USA, it's gonna be Bocce Guy, Mitch, and Speedy and Super FX. Bocce Guy is Calm Trees, Ricky.
Yep.
And for Mexico, we have Luis, Manu, and MKTour. Very interesting to notice. I guess no Jimmy in the lineup for USA. Normally, they did run a lineup with Bocce Guy, Calm, Speedy, Super, and Jimmy, but I believe Super FX will be the one bagging.
And on the other hand, we have MKTour, which I believe is a new name for Mexico. I think replacing Hadley, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he has a ton of experience, but he's a little bit. He's considered like not as good as Hadley, so it'll be interesting to see how he fares against Super FX. He has improved a lot since the beginning of this year, so we will see how he fares against arguably one of the best baggers, I think, in the entire world right now.
Well, it's also worth noting that, we play the games instead of, deciding these cups on paper.
Right,
so
yeah.
You can say what you want about the Mexico lineup and whether or not you think that they've improved or if they have enough to win and all that kind of stuff. The past is behind us right now.
Yeah,
but
and
for right now, Mexico still has the present in front of them.
yeah,
So,
I mean,
from their perspective, who cares, right?
Yeah.
Let's go out and get it done and get that rematch in the finals.
yeah, and their running lineup is really strong. Luis and Manu are from Square Table Knights, who are considered one of the biggest Latin American teams right there. And then Luas this past year has been popping off and doing very well in Lounge and Wars and whatnot. I think he actually MVP'd Division 1 I think 2 seasons ago. So he's been putting in work. He's been very strong. And I think this running
easy to do that for sure.
Yeah, and this running power is I think can rival USA's right here. And it'd be interesting to see also how Mitch will integrate with this lineup. The reason why I think in the past is that usually they pit Jimmy over Mitch because while Mitch might be a little bit of the stronger player, his playstyle is a little bit more defensive compared to Calm and Speedy's playstyle, and how how those four normally play. So it'll be very interesting to see how well he meshes with that core right there.
For sure. I've noticed in the chat that we have not had the prediction set up right now, so getting the MKU playoff set. We can get into a new prediction in just a second. Hopefully we got a moderator on in there that can set it up, but that could be fun while we wait to get this underway. If not, I'll just start it, I guess, but see what happens.
I think you might have to start it. There's probably no mods on right now. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll try.
Yeah, all right. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
I've got the stream up. Luckily, I'm reading the chat and get some predictions in. Do we think that Team USA has enough to get back to the finals and create a rematch from last year, or are we going to see the 2020 version?
Right.
Y'all can vote right about now.
All right. I guess before we do get into the actual match, let's talk about the cups. We will be starting off with. Well, actually, we might be skipping it. We might be.
We may be past it at this point. I'm kind of hoping. It's like,
but we are starting with Baby Park, which I know you. When I told you when you saw that, you had a
not casted
visceral reaction.
Over a year now on tour. I didn't want to come back to immediately to see Baby Park race one. Like, come on now.
I mean, to be fair and to give Baby Park a little bit of credit, it's not as bad as it is in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's a little bit more runnable, and it's okay. Well, it's a little bit more runnable.
I don't trust you.
It's a little bit more less chaotic. The item boxes are spread out a little bit, but still, it is Baby Park. But after Baby Park, we do get some really nice runners in Coconut Maltese and the new track, Daisy Cruiser. Along with and then we get a little break from the runners with Vanilla Lake 1T, kind of a huge catch-up track at the very end, but then we get Bowser's Castle T, and I'm not gonna lie, my least favorite track, Koopa Cape T. And
yes, Bowser's Castle, the classic Ocean Tour track, makes complete sense. I'm not gonna question that at all.
The lava can be the ocean. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Yoshi Valley R has like it's in a valley.
The beaches are right there. I know they're in the game.
To be honest, I think a lot of people would be very angry if Koopa Beach came back. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah,
What's the reason for that?
They don't really like Koopa Beach, or sorry, N64 Koopa Beach is okay, but the I think Koopa Beach 2, the SNES is very unpopular among a lot of the players. Yeah, it's a lot of the shroom tracks in general are not really that popular.
Yeah, I'm a MKDS player at heart, so
I'm
nostalgic for it.
Fair enough. But after Yoshi Valley R, we do get
that was a little click, but
yeah, we do get actually a new track right here. Singapore Speedway 2, kind of an interesting track in the sense that it's pretty front run heavy, but there are a lot of gliders, there's a lot of respawn gliders where you can catch up, and that can actually turn around some of the, especially not only is it really good for like catching up, but also you can hit people out of that glider and they will send them all the way back before the glider, which is going to be very, very devastating. And then I guess, and then we do then we go with Daisy Cruiser R, Cheap Lagoon R, Koopa Cape, Warrior Shipyard. I mean, a lot of ocean tracks. Yeah, Daisy Cruiser T. Interesting to note.
A little bit better.
Yeah, and then we have Vanilla Lake 1 and Yoshi Valley, which I think it's funny. I think Yoshi Valley R and Yoshi Valley are kind of interesting in a sense that like Yoshi Valley R kind of plays like Twisted Mansion in Mario Kart 8, if you're more familiar with it, where there's a huge cut at the beginning, but after that, it's pretty much a front running track, and Yoshi Valley
the item set, if I'm not mistaken, is lined up where it's like just kind of annoying enough where you don't know if you're going to pull a shroom on the first lap to take that initial lead. But hey, maybe some people, just choose to go off-road and gamble.
I mean, it's actually very popular to take the Nisk at the very beginning because the way it works is that since you're going downwards when you're going through that Nisk, it actually like you get more air, so you get less like time to be slowed down in the grass. So we'll actually see a lot of people take that.
I'm surprised that they brought Yoshi Valley to this game. The more I think about it, they've traditionally like kind of stayed away from a lot of the MK8 ports rather going with a lot of the MK7 retro tracks instead. So I was kind of shocked to see it, but I mean, if it's popular in the community, well, that's pretty cool then.
Yeah, and a very interesting note. I think we might see this probably next cup, but if we do see Yoshi Valley T coming in, as I do believe there are now 8 in the room, so we will be starting.
Let's go.
So we're gonna have your favorite person in the world, MKTour, their favorite tag,
I mean,
playing.
MKTour, dude. That's really funny.
Yeah, but
and of course the Baby Park Race one.
Yeah.
To the shock of nobody, we did not avoid it.
Unfortunately, we did
RMX
not.
stands for remix, by the way. So it is not Vanilla Lake 1 from the SNES. It is actually a Tour original.
Okay. Starting on Baby Park. And we see right now, I think green's coming up right now. Kind of seeing a little bit of a mixed match of stuff right now going on. Bottom 3 actually for Mexico, very interesting.
Yeah, speaking of which, there's a top 4. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing this track may be short, and that may be the reason why we're willing to, you know, just go 4 run right now.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of looks like US is like, all right, let's just go for the commanding lead already.
Yeah, but you see, ooh, kind of a. Well, I think you got the snipe on, which is very interesting. Top 3. Ooh, that's gonna be a pretty rough match. And a shot. Yep, that's what I expected.
Yep.
The shot coming in.
If you're
right
gonna
there.
give the other team like all the bottom spots, you gotta be willing to pay the price.
Yeah. And it looks like, oh my goodness.
Bottom 3 for USA.
Bottom
oh my
4.
God, they're top 4 right now. Okay, one of them gets knocked out. That's still going to be a pretty commanding first race for Team Mexico.
Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the United States. Top 3, 8. That's a really good start for Mexico. And I mean, USA does like to run that track a lot, but you can see what happens when you run it. It's kind of the shock is so powerful on that track. So we will see a very early lead for the Mexican side.
Team USA was kind of lucky to even get the last Mexican member out of there into 8th place, because
I think it was Pepe who was in there.
If you take a 19-point hit race 1,
yeah, it's really rough.
like, we know the points are like kind of small in this game comparatively to some of the other games, so that's already a very, very big lead. All right, getting into Coconut Mall, recent course added to 8D and Tour. T, how do you think that this one, plays in our current game right here?
It's kind of a pretty big front runner outside of this first bit. Yeah, it's kind of a big front runner. You'll see them kind of going up in the front here. Yeah, especially the trick version. Normally trick tracks.
That's a dangerous pull.
Yeah, I mean, he is protected by his teammates, so that is gonna be good.
Mitch just came up, so it looks like
it
will work out at the very least.
So it's actually, I think trick versions in general have a really nice banana snipe attempt right there. Let's see what's going on in the back here with Manu right now. Holding a mega. It's actually a pretty good pull, and Pepe with a huge lead in 8th right now. So this is gonna be huge.
This is gonna have to pull some reds, I think, given the circumstance right now. This isn't going to really help a ton on actually displacing the top 2.
Oh, that was a really good bomb snipe.
All right, I think we may want to, take a look back again at Com, who's now alone in first place.
Yeah, he does have 1 protection right now. So
yeah, but they may be able to chain some reds here. Now the path's gonna be interesting if you can maybe psych him out. Looks like he almost tried to go up, but
oh, and that's a double red right there.
yeah, there's the red. Horn comes a little bit late. Yeah, matching the horn.
Yeah,
Team Mexico right there. I don't know if he got him though.
I don't think he did, and a late shot coming in. That
okay, I think Speedy was actually in the heart, I assume.
Right.
May have to look at them on the replay, but they did steal first and salvage the race one right there at the very last second.
Yeah, that was a really clutch shock pull right there, especially Speedy dodging in Speedy and Mitch, I believe, dodging there. So that like top 2, 2, 3, 4 situation kind of.
I'm looking at the replay now. Speedy was actually in a star. Sure. Actually, no, he was out of the star, so maybe it was a heart. But
Yeah.
a little bit of a salvage right there. That was looking very dangerous for.
Oh yeah, no,
US
definitely.
right there until the very end. Don't want to take 2 solid losses to start a match off in a row.
Yeah, especially against Mexico, who are, I mean, it's insanely hard to come back in this game with bag, and especially when it's bagging, because you're having one of those spots just stay in 8th. The biggest racer you can do is only a plus 13 in that case. So yeah, so we are going to Daisy Cruiser. The new track, as I mentioned, a pretty big runner. There's going to be a, I think we might see the players take the bottom path, or we might see also players take the top path, and there's going to be a little bit of a thing that we might see, which will be kind of cool. You can actually trick off the entrance of the top path, or of the bottom path, and go and take the trick to the top path. We'll see if that happens, but kind of interesting to see this beginning. I think we'll see people split off to the left and right. Yeah, we do see that. Only one person splitting on the left right there. Does this give you a good line? As you see an early top 2 right now for Mexico right now. And we will see Lewis up there.
So they're going to have to, okay, getting into first real quick, actually. I was about to say they're going to have to be careful of not having, the trails out or something like that. Just holding a mushroom can make you vulnerable in this game, especially when everybody, sees it out right behind you. Looks like they're recovering decently well. Get the U.S. member out there, and Mexico does have first right now. However, we are defenseless.
Yeah, we are defenseless right there, and this is going to be a really important pull for him. If he gets... Ooh, double shrooms is not what he wants right there.
Yeah, this is not great, because the Reds from Team USA could be devastating, and now has to burn one of those shrooms just to catch up. I mean, they're going to have a prime opportunity to chain Reds, especially since one of them can go underwater if they don't pull something right here. But
this heart pull is actually really nice, because it does give him a lot of protection, and it gives him a bit, he can play a little bit more aggressive. But Lewis does get hit out. First.
Stars on deck right here. He may be able to shroom up. Has to watch the teammate, though, and there is a bomb. This should be at least third, but top 2 for the U.S. again.
Yeah, top 2.
Not again, but another race win.
Top 2, 6, 7, I think, will be the final with the building in play right there. But we have some funny, a little bit of funny stuff going on right now. But I mean, Daisy Cruiser is a pretty big runner. I think having the players at N2-3 is very scary, because honestly, because it's so easy to get hit out there at the beginning. You saw what happened there. So I think it was Speedy just taking out Lewis right there and just automatically giving them a winning race. But yeah,
I think if you're Team USA right now, you're quite frankly thrilled with where you're at, given just how bad it could have been through 3 races.
Right.
So that's good on their end. I think pretty close, because Mexico's been kind of beating them up front up to this point. I know Com did get up there on Coconut Mall, but was not backed super well by the rest of the team. And of course, sometimes 2-3 results in top 2s.
I believe we will stick with Lewis's point of view. I think Com's point of view just went off.
Yeah,
we might actually see a disconnection.
They weren't really synced either. So there's that. Okay, we did get the score. Mexico is hoisting a 1-point lead, quarter of the way in. And we're now on the new cup. I think it's kind of interesting that Vanilla Lake is actually relevant in a Mario Kart game. It's been so... Okay, so we just got these strats. Okay, I see.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you get a shroom there, you can easily just respawn right there. But we'll see...
Not even use it, though.
Yeah, he doesn't use it. I think he wants a lower place box, because this is a huge shroom cut up here. And I think we might see him hold it. Yeah, you'll see it right here, but... you see all
banana for defense is going to be helpful as well, but
interesting to see him use it late right there.
So this is a top 3. Now, Super Effects is 8th right now, so if they are able to pull something, that'd be really, really good for the U.S. But right now, again, Mexico's just got that front.
I think Manu was very smart for dropping there. He gets a
he
good
may
box.
get some items that he can just chuck right now.
That's gonna be
There
good.
he
That's gonna
goes.
hit Speedy.
You don't have to worry about hitting teammates if you're surrounded by the enemy. So
Exactly.
smart recognition right there. And Mega's gonna help get through at the very end. Not gonna be able to pass anybody else, but that's a solid rebound for Team Mexico.
I like how what Manu did right there. He dropped. I think he was trying to hit Speedy, which unfortunately it got lagged out as soon as he's trying to throw his red. But dropping right there and getting just getting items just to hit out Team USA's 3-4 right there is really nice. He unfortunately gets fifth, but it's really good. Also with the chance of shock happening as well. Kind of a safe call right there, but it's fine. His team secured the top 2 right there, and right now USA or Mexico right now up by 8 going into race 6.
So it was a good rebound in race 4. Like I've mentioned though, it is kind of a little bit tough because there have been, a few races that you feel maybe could have gone a little bit better. And that even goes for Baby Park, where they still got a plus 11 race, just
right.
4th to 8th on the line, and letting the entire opposition pass you can be tough at times. So it's good for them to take back the front right there, and 8 points is still a solid lead. Just bit of missed opportunities. It feels like they've had the Americans on the ropes a few times now.
Right. Yeah, we're going into Bowser's Castle T right now. Kind of a funny track. We might see a little bit of fails on the spiral or on the spinning barrel section. I don't know what you call that thing, but not a lot of like
the
there's
discount MKDS one.
Yeah. You'll see right here, but there's no like major shortcuts. Like the only sort of shortcut, and that was a nice attempt right there from Manu.
Can you go inside of the geyser in this game as well? I feel
you
like
can,
I saw Dash do it,
but it's slower.
The classic from 7, really.
Yeah, it's actually slower because it doesn't really align you well for the.
This is really good to get into first right here with the shroom to boot. The teammate backing is going to really be helpful for holding on to this. And it's nice in this game with the coins, you just kind of get them automatically, so you're gonna still be able to pull a banana even though you got the coin right there. Gonna have to watch out though if oh, do they have blue? Maybe
maybe. Yeah, you see the blue going in right now.
So yeah, that was a intentional mess up coming out for Team Mexico, and they have top 2 right now. I don't know if that horn was intentional, but
I don't think it was. I think it was an accidental spam. There's sometimes like, yo, that ball is so crazy.
The blue just happened, so it's likely it probably won't happen again.
Yeah.
So maybe it won't matter too much, but we'll see.
Right now, this is a really solid lead for Manu right here. It'd be interesting.
Manu has just been killing it this race.
I think he'll probably stay in first right there. We'll see what happens in the pack.
Well, okay, no, I'm just.
Oh, he gets trolled.
The super effects actually just lap troll him.
Yeah,
I've never seen that. I mean, it costs him some individual points, but like,
yeah,
that's still a solid race for the Mexican player.
That is actually a really brutal spot to get hit on, because I think you do respawn backwards. Yeah. So it's like it loses so much time, but Manu luckily
that ball
landing
so
there. Yeah.
With the limited space that you can see on the phone and all that kind of stuff, it's hard to see just like the random bombs that just like barely miss, but that was just like full sight for everybody to see. I really want to compliment Manu again there for the blue drop. It's one thing. It's kind of hard to officially drop in a game with auto accelerate, but on top of it, taking advantage of the bottom path right there, and maybe almost kind of tricking the Americans into not realizing that they were actually passing into first. That was really well executed.
Yeah, and we are going into race 6 right now, in the halfway mark right now, going into Koopa Cape trick, which honestly I'm not a huge fan of. Kind of a weird track to drive, especially in the water section.
I know that there's that cut going backward out of the glider. That's particularly nice for cutting off a lot of time.
Yeah, we'll
I know
see.
back playing this in Mario Kart Wii, there's a lot of cuts littered all throughout the track. You got the one right there, and tons in this section up here, and then of course the ending. But
Yeah,
of course,
but
in the game, the ending doesn't destroy you
yeah.
for taking it without a shroom.
So we're gonna see something. Actually, a fun fact: the NIST does not. The NIST up here that you know from Mario Kart Wii does not work in does not work in the trick version for whatever reason. But it works in like the normal version.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
All right. I think that red did connect.
Oh my goodness, that's a
blue shot in third. Hello?
Yeah,
I was about to say, looks like the Americans finally got a. Oh, the bomb coming out. Okay.
Oh, that's a really good snipe, and it's just gonna get blue.
Yo, what's up? Yo, get out of the way of the blue. I thought he's gonna hit his own. All right, we've taken over first for Manu. USA 2 through 4 right now. Kind of a dangerous spot.
Oh, this is really bad for him.
Too. Yeah, that is very dangerous. I almost want to. I mean, what do you think? Do you use the blue or just hold it and get the second place box, right? And there it is. There's the red.
Yeah, I think the
I got hearts up there too.
Oh yeah, this is gonna look really rough for.
They got one of them out. I think
yeah.
Mitch just took a hit. So
yeah,
only top 2 now.
Yeah, top 2 right now.
Yeah. Superflex has control over Ave right now, though.
Ooh, that red.
Mitch with the revenge shot. I mean, 125 is what you need for the United States right now. That's fine. You can back somebody on the line. That'd be great also for them.
Oh no, but
see some shake up front. It's going to go back and forth. This is a really close inning. What just happened to Mexico? They just took over the front very momentarily. There was some off-screen action, perhaps, that we didn't see, but looked like everything got rattled up to a Mexico favored race and then just completely changed at the last second.
Yeah.
So you can see Mitch, sliding up into third.
I do want to say that the blue play is kind of interesting. I think Manu was scared that the blue would get lagged out, so he probably used it early, just trying to guarantee that first. But I think you are correct in the sense that ideally you want to keep it in. You want to keep it in.
I mean, you can still technically pull coins also, but definitely less likely than getting double coins in first.
But I think like it's such a powerful item. You don't want to have it. You don't want to have it. Basically. Or you basically don't want to have it blow up, basically. So I think that's why he's kind of scared that it might just get lagged out. So he used it early, but ideally,
yeah, may not have had the. He may have not had the opportunity to use it also because Team USA was all the spots around him, so. They would have known that it was in play, for instance, and maybe first place drops or something anyway, and he just has to hold that blue in first because holding a blue in first, you're actively a danger to yourself at that point.
Right, and you'll see the NIST that I mentioned at the beginning of here.
Here we go. Big hops.
Yeah.
We're gonna use the shroom? No, it's just getting the draft. Not needed. I was thinking, oh, take first, but it was not needed. Top 3 coming out very early for Mexico.
And we're gonna skip ahead to Bocce Guy's POV right now. Yeah, top 3 right now.
Manu's just been doing an excellent job of just like getting.
Oh my goodness!
Up into first.
The double snipe right there, though. That was
that horn is not gonna hit.
Yeah. Yeah, we just missed. We just got a double snipe right there, which is actually super huge. Mitch right now with a star up here in second. This is gonna be actually pretty big. He might opt to use this at the cut right here. I
would shroom up and try to.
Yeah, it's hard to get bombs off right
safer.
there. Yeah,
absolutely safer. Oh, did he?
No, he doesn't get him. No.
Yeah, there's no way.
Oh my goodness.
If I know how lag works in MKT, I knew it was too good to be true.
Oh, this is a really bad bomb for Bocce Guys. He does get red right there. Manu right now in 4th place. Kind of only one person contesting up there for
This is the 2-3-4 situation all over again, right?
Right, yeah. And we do see Mitch with another star as well. Yeah.
What's he doing, dude? Oh, green came up.
No, he doesn't.
I mean, Mexico's got top 2 right now. Oh, throwing the red maybe? Different path?
I think he might throw the red. Throw the red right here. No, backs it.
Just playing safe.
Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna dodge Mitch.
Yeah, win for Mitch, right? And a chain into the box. Oh, this could be bigger even. Look at that, top 2-4.
Wow. That was a clutch pull right there from.
Yeah, super effects coming through right there. I think that shock was just about as good as the Americans could have possibly asked for. Yes, Mexico did end up pulling third place right there. That's going to happen in a game of hearts. Let's be realistic here. That shock dodged two, presumably, including somebody in a top spot, and got the one person who wasn't dodging into the last set to pull, a shroom. So, well done for them. That top two just had no chance after the shock. So we've got a 3-point game now, and kind of getting into that second half of the war right now. It's almost like everything that's happened up to this point is just like, get a wait for the good stuff. I mean, up to this point, if it's any indicator, I think we have two pretty evenly matched teams at this point. Seems that Team USA has done maybe a little bit better in the back so far. Maybe it's just biased because of that last race in particular. I think they also had a pretty big coming from behind on race 2, if I'm not mistaken. But Mexico's been doing a really good job at actually asserting dominance up front. They're just going to have to, be ready to dodge up. But again, well, there's only one person eligible and they don't, to get that dodge up, it can be tough.
Yeah, and we are going to the new Singapore track. Again, very notorious for the plenty.
So cool.
Yeah, this track is pretty cool. We're going to see Bachi guy do a respawn right here. Yep, and that's going to put him up there. I think a lot of people get a shroom right there at the beginning, and there's going to be a lot of respawns. A lot of double shrooms as well.
USA has even more shrooms, it appears. Not that's going to help them nearly as much in this section, but there is a Mega from Team Mexico in 4th right now, and they've again won the battle up front in the beginning. I just don't know how much Team USA can ask Super Effects to just bail them out. We'll have to see. He's back in 8th again, but Mexico is top 3. This is just entirely...
Yeah, and they have a heart in 3rd right now, so this is going to be very, very big.
The heart is honestly like the balancer, I feel like, of this game.
Right.
Otherwise, this would be such a rough situation potentially for Mexico, but they have armor against a potential shock right now.
Yeah, but they do have to use it incredibly smart right here. Because if you use it too early, then there's going to be a lot of damage. Right now,
they got some of them out. Top 2 for the US. Hearts out in 1st.
They have to be careful of the troll right here. And as we're going to switch, yeah,
Com had that shroom up there. I was a little bit worried they may get hit.
Oh,
Blue is in play, but they have a shroom maybe? I don't know, actually. That may have gotten them at the end, but it looks like they still pulled out a pretty good race. Actually, an even better one than the last one.
I think it's about the same right there, but we will see the bowing battle in. But that's a USA lead right now.
That's a tough one to lose for Mexico because, again, they're playing the beginning of these races so well.
I think this, like, I mean,
the USA didn't even need a shock to answer that time. They just muscled it out.
Yeah, what I think USA is really strong in, and probably as strong as, I mean, there's two teams that I know that can pack play really well. It's USA and it's Japan, and USA showing their pack play power right there as well. And now they're going to take an 8-point lead after being down 8 just 2 races ago.
I mean, it's definitely a little bit easier when you have hearts on your side. Of course, Speedy was untouchable in almost that entire sequence at the end there. I mean, that's a bummer. Like, they got the blue. It seemed to be just too late. Matter of fact, that blue may have even hit a Mexico player. So, it's hard to tell. But you'd like to, make sure that you're going to really hold on to the top if you do win the beginning, because unfortunately for Mexico right now, it doesn't necessarily matter how you begin, but how you end.
All right, we are going to DZ Cruiser R, which honestly could favor Mexico depending on the starting position, because it is a pretty big runner right here.
Yeah. Well, they have the early top 2-4. We'll see how impactful that will be based on the first sets, but
they're gonna try to hit each other.
Not really. Yeah, I mean, Mexico does escape with Lewis in first right here. I think he has defense. I can't quite see everything, but that red's definitely gonna potentially spell some doom for him.
Yeah, let's see if there's gonna be another red right there. He does, but there's protection from Lewis.
Yeah, he's got a banana. Now, if he can get a green, that'd be really big.
Ooh, couldn't get
I think
it.
it's so cool how you can go up top.
Yeah, no, that's like one of my favorite parts of
version only, right?
I think in the T version as well you can.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, this is this is gonna be deadly if Lewis doesn't have any protection, which I don't think he does.
I think I see a banana, but I'm not sure. But there's a chain.
No.
Regardless. Okay, he didn't. So first place. This is what you want to have in first.
Oh, the green.
And Mitch took out second, I think. Oh, I think.
Oh no.
Okay.
I think he read in Mitch.
I think he may have actually had Mitch. There's a bomb snipe opportunity here.
Oh no, I couldn't get it.
Carefully following him, does not get it. He needs to hold second at all costs right now, but he's not going to be able to. And that's another bounce back for Team Mexico. Man, I thought they had that one the second they got into first with the Shroom Red.
I know.
There was almost the last second green coming out from Lewis, I'm assuming. Because right after Calm got hit by that.
Yeah. No, that was I think that was a really good snipe from Lewis right there, just to knock out Mexico or knock out Bashiga or Calm right there. And that turns this USA lead into a small USA.
I was gonna say
or small Mexico lead. Only a 1 point difference right now between these two teams.
I was gonna ask him, like, could this be tied? And then I remembered his race 9, so no. That red that he attempted right before the glider was just absolutely insane to go for, I feel like.
Right, yeah.
Like, that was in traffic. It's like, no, we're going for this top 2 right here. And it seemed to blow up in their face.
Yeah, it did.
But I totally understand, like, the reasoning behind it's like, oh, if I can get this off. But I think this game does have a little bit of lag that you got to make sure that your reds are, like, you got like clear shots on.
Yeah, I mean it's similar to 8DX where like if you need to space out a lot, and it'll be interesting to see. Oh, we will see 2 people bag. Some teams opt to not bag this track because there's only really one time you can really get the shock, or one box you can really get the shock here because there's only really 2 sets here. But it's better than having it's better than I think people would rather have no shock happen than getting a chance of a shock happen, so we will see people bagging here. Early 2-3 right now for USA.
Yeah, 2-3s are big, but you know you're gonna need more than 1 red if you're gonna want to get them out, most likely.
I don't think he has anything though.
Yeah, I mean I can barely see on the phone perspective. He may just be waiting for the chain though.
No, he doesn't. I think that's kind of that's smart. It's dropping though. Interesting.
But like. They get back right into first. Oh, he has a red. Can Mitch get by him? I almost want to recommend Mitch to just get hit.
Yeah.
You know, that way would probably be easier, if anything. A little bit of lag.
Yeah. Oh no, Manu gets hit out.
Oh, okay, Manu does get hit.
And he gets trailed.
Oh, and there's another red. Ooh, this is a top 3 for Team USA.
Oh, but the blue's out.
Oh, here we go. Mexico is holding the blue.
Oh, this is such a good pull for Manu.
Wait,
this is such a good pull.
Red.
Oh no.
They just gotta get one person on the US out from up here.
Yeah,
if they want.
Manu has a really good pull right now with the mega, so he might mega up right here. You know, he can mega out someone here. Oh, but I think Lewis.
Okay, does make it. I think
that's a small win race.
Troll attempt was taken at the end, but yeah, +1 for Mexico, I think.
Yeah.
With 2 to go, I'm pretty sure we have a 2-point game.
I do want to say that we can see it, but the mega pull from Manu. We saw the mega, but we didn't see what happened. It's really good.
Mitch probably went down.
Yeah, no, it's such a good item just to have, so you can easily. It not only helps catch up, but like it provides protection and also knocks people out. So really good pull right there for Manu. And now, oops, I think I did that a little bit wrong, but it should be 194 to 196, I think.
Yeah. If the previous score was correct, then it should be that. Hopefully we got it right.
Yeah.
Somebody else can fact check us.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're in the USA server, right? Take a
no,
look.
I'm not in the USA server, actually.
Dang.
Yeah.
I thought you would be.
Nah. Oops, right. Right, this is not this is not what I think it is.
Got your favorite.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Act 2 PK.
All right, interesting early top 3. We'll have to see if this one holds, but a T-shirt is actually not a bad pull when you get that draft.
Are we seeing the same track again? Oh my goodness. Oh no, this is the normal version. Okay.
Yeah, this is the normal version.
Yeah, you'll see this cut right here. Oh, it's a little glider cut as well. I should actually.
Calm's just out of here.
Yeah, and this is really good. Yeah, no, with the top 2 right there, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be up to.
They just gotta play defense.
Yeah, it's up to Speedy honestly to protect Con right here.
If Speedy can wall them out, then they have so much protection from everything. Really, I wouldn't be getting too aggro right here. Just let Mitch handle it if you're Team USA.
Yeah, there's gonna be a little bit of a. It'll be interesting to see if he tries to catch.
Really shoot him up right now. I mean, I guess he was like in the thing. Okay, we're going for the snipe.
Yeah, and nope.
Okay.
He has to be careful with this. Yeah, just be careful. Oh, that was a really good green.
Yeah, I'm just holding everything if I'm Speedy right now.
Yeah.
Just like,
I think it's fine to back here though. Oh, we do see a blue shield though, but it's gonna be fine because.
I mean, we got the horn.
Yeah, we got the horn,
so,
right?
Here's the opportunity for Team USA if they really want to take this lead back.
Oh my goodness!
Snipe comes in. He's in first. Oh my gosh, Manu's on a mission right now. He's gotta watch out. There are 3 USA members behind him.
This last box is so pivotal.
I mean, if he can manage to take this, there's a heart behind him. He's just got to brute force this with all the lines. He has a green. Can he win? Red blocked. He's hold on to that first. That is unbelievable.
Oh my goodness. I just want to say that.
Putting the team on his back and getting that first. Absolutely clutch. That's going to keep this so much closer than it could have been.
I just want to say that
not see 2 coins.
Oh my goodness. I just want to say that while like USA's pack play is really good, these snipes from Mexico have been so critical in saving so many races as well. Yeah,
that was game changing because Team USA just had top 2 on lockdown all race, and as a solo racer, just got into first and held it with no backing whatsoever. There, wow. So coming into the final race of game 1, I mean, that was a crazy double snipe.
I know, that was wild. I still can't believe he hit that.
Second. 1-5-6-7 I think is a slight losing race.
Yeah,
so they did get 10, 12. Oh, wait, hold on. Did they get 8th? They may have. It may have been 1-5-6-8.
Yeah, I think it was. So, oops. I think this should be right. So USA, I think, up by a little bit, but that green is still very important
now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they'd be up by a lot if it wasn't for that. Now, whoever wins this last race is gonna. it's pretty much gonna be the winner of the war.
Oh, this is really bad for Mexico right there. Manu getting hit out immediately, and this is a really hard track to come back on because that this cut right here, you can easily nisk it. So we will see. Yeah, you can see him nisk it right here, and we do see Bashi guy getting hit out too. So this could be good. Our early top 2 right now.
The top 2 though.
Ooh.
He may. Yeah, I think he burned the star earlier. I thought something was wrong for a second. And it's like, no, that's just a mega.
Oh my goodness, this pull.
What are we doing? Okay, if Super Effects pulls a shock, I think they have this already.
Yeah, they may opt to even just use an aggressive shock. Yeah.
I mean, I'd be using it early, right? I mean, he's gonna be able to barely dodge that banana. Good for him. Get hold on to this a little bit more. I mean, do they have shock? We're gonna find out now, right? I mean, Mexico's got to do something if they want to take game 1 right here. But the former champions looking like they have something to say about it. A heart is critical right now. And they've got to do something right now, but Super Effects just has the back. It looks like USA. It's their match to lose right now.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything will happen. We'll see if there's gonna be a last minute shock, but even then, there's
got to be some kind of snipe or something. Mexico had the star. That's a top 2, I think, for USA, and that is going to be a USA win. Man, it felt like after Koopa came with the green snipe at the end, it felt like it was almost like fate for Mexico to get that game won, but not going to end up coming to fruition. The Americans will take game one, and it's crazy. I think Team Mexico did pretty good job running that match, but when they needed it the most, the Americans were just able to take advantage. Wario Shipyard, hard runner, take the cut, as mentioned. And let me tell you, as you know, an MK7 player, like it was very easy to run on Shipyard.
Oh yeah, no, it's the same story here.
But in this game,
yeah,
like we weren't able to take that cut without a shroom, so yeah. Well, good stuff to Team USA, poised to have their rematch against Japan. And man, they just laid them out on the line as well.
Yeah, I think just establishing that top two so early is so critical right there. Especially as you mentioned, like you mentioned MK7, but in this game even more because not a lot of catch up opportunity. The only really big shroom cut is easily niskable. So
realistically speaking, when talking about adjustments for match two, from what I can see, like Mexico did not have a lot of shocks on their side there.
yeah,
I think that something has got to change in that regard if they're going to,
I mean the issue is
game three or
the
make it to game
issue
three.
is that we don't know, like they don't really have any other additional baggers right there. These are their best players, I think, in terms of bagging. So I don't.
They do have to find a way though.
Yeah.
Either that or potentially even consider just going for the run and having the mismatches up front. I'm not sure if they're going to be comfortable doing that enough, but in a game where only 8th place can pull it, if I'm not mistaken.
No, that's not true anymore.
It's not true.
Yeah, no, you can still pull it in 7th
Got
now.
modified.
Yeah.
Well, if it is a change that was implemented, it did not seem to have a gigantic effect on that last match.
I think maybe. Well, I do think Mexico is doing a really good job running. I think having at least maybe one person, not really back there, but like staying in that 4th, 5th position, getting dodges so they can counteract USA, would be very helpful. Because while
it's a game of hearts,
right?
Double heart, even heart plus.
Yeah.
There are ample opportunities, I would say, to lock down an opponent's shock without necessarily pulling stars like you have to in many other games in the franchise.
Right.
So, that being said,
I think
what is going to happen in game 2? Will Mexico, play around the lightning bolt a little bit better, or is it going to be more of the same? Because I remember following USA last year, they had a lot of close first games. I think even in the first round this year, as we can see,
right,
close game 1. When they get you sometimes, and that's kind of a scary thought to lose game 1. But obviously, that can't affect your mindset at the end of the day. You just got to come back, take it one game at a time, and see if you can get the revenge. But we'll see what happens there. USA definitely getting it done in the most critical moments.
Yeah, and I guess we can look at the I mean, we have the team here in the panel, but Speedy 83 right there, and he's such an important person in this team. Like he is, like he's gonna be the rock in terms of like being up there, always up there. He's one of the best time travelers in the game. He has, I think, a few world records right there, and it's important for him to be in the front because if he's in the front, unless like he's not gonna like make any driving mistakes, so he can like fall off, or like he won't make any mistakes up front. The only way you can
so
yeah, the only way they can
waiting a little bit.
Yeah, I think what normally happens is they want to start at 45 so they can get
manipulate the tracks. I get it.
manipulate the tracks. We'll see how. I think Mexico will take the break a little bit, because I mean they want like a little bit of composure and whatnot after a very close match one.
This is not very friendly for the East Coast people.
Yeah, I can tell you. I mean, it could be worse. You could be casting at 1 a.m. Start time, like certain USA member in this lineup. When a certain USA member did that. Though, I mean, to be honest, though, I don't think it affected Mitch too much. Because apparently, like, I was talking to him, and he's like, oh, no, my 6 was whacked up anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. But, yeah, no, but I just want to say that while we look at the standings, I do want to talk about kind of the other things, because I haven't really caught you up to the World Cup. You've been a little bit not really paying attention this year because there's no MKDX World Cup this time around, but kind of interesting to see some teams that we might like not that made it last year didn't make it this year. Costa Rica unfortunately cannot participate this year because of lack of members, but they did make top 8 last time. We do see Spain.
That's El Salvador, right?
Yeah, El Salvador. El Salvador is a huge. I didn't show you the group, but they were in a group with.
I don't think El Salvador has had a team in any other game but Tour.
Yeah, no,
so it is fascinating.
I believe there actually are going to be starting in a bit. Yeah, I see the room actually up right now.
I want to get this party rolling.
Yeah, let's see if we can. Let's see if we can get the cups now, real quick. See if we can see what tracks are there. Yes, we do. We will see. I don't think we'll see Daisy Cruiser T be playing and whatnot, but I think we will see. I think let's see. Oh, our MC2 RT we haven't seen yet, and
I think we have time if they start in the next 5 minutes. That we'll see Daisy Cruiser T.
Yeah, we will. Daisy Cruiser T is very fun. I actually really like that track a lot. I do, and I had a really funny clip actually. I went to the bottom.
I'm an ACR player, so like I still look at like the tracks in like the context of is it like fun to combo and all that kind of stuff. But I imagine it's very, very different for you guys. For me, I am definitely a little bit partial to the T tracks. Not going to see a ton of them though in these upcoming waves.
Yeah, and actually we do have a substitution from USA. Very interesting.
Is Jimmy coming in?
Yeah, Jimmy's coming in for Mitch, and I think Jimmy will be bagging. We'll see FX running.
Nice.
So actually, we're gonna probably switch to.
This is the death lineup for Team
Oh
USA.
yeah, this is the death lineup. Yeah, this is the Curry, Clay, Iggy, Draymond.
Business. I mean, if Mexico can get this one in game 2, though, where they made the substitutions, like the confidence should be through the roof in that situation.
Yeah. I don't think it's anything right now, but
really, everybody in Team USA is capable of bagging, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, everyone is able to bag. Kind of an interesting thing to note is
do they pass it off or just
no? They have designated baggers. Yeah, so they still have designated baggers. Super FX. I think Jimmy and Samuel are the ones who bag for that team. I think they also have Moon, but I think she's just mainly there in case of an emergency.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe we're gonna see if we can get we're gonna see if we can get sorry, my bad. We're gonna try to see if we can get Super FX's POV.
That'd be cool. Get a little. I know we were having some issues with a comm stream a little bit. It seemed to be a bit off sync also.
Mm-hmm. Maybe this will help out. But yeah, Jimmy in for Mitch, kind of interesting, but I mean this is the death lineup as we mentioned, so
we'll see. USA is still able to get it done in game 1 regardless of some really good plays from the Mexican team, but we'll see. losing to a team 2 years in a row definitely makes you want to do everything in your power to change the narrative. I know Mexico definitely wants it.
Oh yeah, I know they
But
want
are
it.
they going to be able to prevail against such a talented opponent?
Right.
From what I've seen, they've definitely shown the ability to compete with them. But again, they're going to have to. One thing that may be universal across all MK games, even, is just sometimes you play a really heartbreaking match, and in the first race you learn a ton about how the second one's going to go. Matter of fact, I did the MKU playoffs earlier today.
Yeah.
We lost. We lost a pretty tough game one. Felt like we got our composure again. Got stopped with a -34 race on race one.
Oh,
Lost by
that's tough.
28. But if you aren't ready, sometimes life can hit you fast.
Yeah,
So
life comes at you hard.
we're gonna have to see if they can rebound from tough loss really quickly. I mean, they got off to a great start.
Yeah, I think that they won't be. I mean, these players are insanely experienced, so I don't think they will be a little bit. I don't think they'll be phased by the close match run result. I think they actually motivated me, like, hey, we almost won match one against like the best team or one of the best teams in the tournaments, and we can do it again.
It seems that 8 players have gotten into the lobby as well just now.
So. Yeah, so we will be starting right now, and we're gonna start on. And we're gonna start on Daisy Cruiser T.
Told you.
Yeah.
Told you. You were doubting.
I was downing, bro. I'm a hater.
All right.
But yeah.
Game 2, everyone. Team USA up 1-0. Now I'm all for the Mexico storyline, but I think my sleep would like it if USA was able to pull it out here. But we'll find out.
What do you mean it's 7:40 for me? So I'm hoping for a game 2 or game 3.
Sure,
yeah. But yeah, very early. Ooh, that's a little bit loud. But yeah,
Super Effects POV coming in, no longer bagging.
And honestly, I mean, we mentioned Speedy being a really strong runner. Super Effects is one of the.
I'm just having Mitch already. Use Baby Mario. Got us. Made me sound like I knew what I was talking about sometimes.
I mean, we do know that Speedy and Jimmy, I think, are. Wait, I think is Jimmy running?
I guess we'll find out.
Because I think, because I see the Wendy in
this is honestly 5th. This is honestly crazy. Just watching Super Effects just go from bagging an entire war to just immediately having a dominant lap 1 front. He's acting like he's been driving like this the whole match.
Yeah, but we'll see.
2 reds behind him, but we know he has double defense.
This is a really good pull from.
Oh, what a pull!
Yeah.
I think he may have thrown those bananas too quickly, unfortunately.
Oh, this turn's gonna be scary, but.
Yeah, that was scary.
And a shot coming in. Oh, that's so key.
That was what Mexico was not able to get away with in the first match, though.
Yeah, and that's a top 3. Yeah, top 3. Oh my goodness.
Just an immediate shifting from game 1. Maybe you were right.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of. Ooh, we do see a little bit of lag there, but yeah.
Game 1, yeah.
I mean, top 3-7 right now coming in. The thing that it's hard with Super FX, because Super FX is a really good, but he's also a really good bagger. So it's kind of hard to like. It's like the queen in chess, right? Where like it's so good sometimes that like.
Yeah, like
everything else is
I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a video that I watched. I know probably not a bunch of people, watch football in here, but Team USA is playing, so I'm going to talk about it. The Terrell Pryor conundrum.
Yeah.
The best wide receiver on the team had to play quarterback for a game, but by doing that, the quarterback no longer has the best wide receiver to throw to. And it's almost similar here, where you've got a good runner on your team, but because he is running, he's not pulling shocks for you anymore. And look what happens immediately. Mexico, who was almost unable to pull shocks all of game 1, just comes right out of the gate in top 3-7s race 1.
Yeah, and I mean, it's honestly like, I think that is actually it.
Welcome to our viewers from World Friend TV 1. doing a Mario Kart Tour World Cup semifinals.
Wow, they're up
Unfortunately
super
for y'all.
late. Dang.
Yeah. Well,
Close to world
I
friend.
think the new lounge season happened on MK8, so
Okay,
I think
okay.
FlowX was, at least I think it was FlowX was streaming over there.
Yep.
We're going for the same respawn strats. Actually uses the shroom this time.
Bonjour,
Superflex is
bonjour.
back into first immediately though.
And he's gonna take this huge cut here at the end. Double shrooms is actually insane. He's gonna use one to catch up, but it'll be interesting to see what he does. I think he has to use the second one right here.
I think he's gonna take it just because the extent of the cut gets him defense also. That is so much, yeah.
Yeah, we see Manu right now in third place with a shroom.
Mega, but
Yeah, he's gonna do a response right here. If he needs to be careful, careful of this back spam and this red in general. That's a really good, really good right
he's
there.
gotta watch out because he has nothing right now. If they have a red, then
I like how he drops to third right here. Oh, but he gets sniped.
Oh, there he goes.
And that's a top. Ooh, that's
Top
gonna be
3 for US.
I think that's a guaranteed top 2, but that's a blue.
Yeah.
For Super FX.
I think that they'll be able to recover still. But
No, they won't.
Oh my god. They just all came up at the very end.
Oh, that blue shell was so pivotal for Mexico right there.
Yeah, I mean, top 3 with a heart plus is kind of a scary thing to be dealing with as an opponent. They made easy work of it, however. Got everybody else out of there.
Yeah, so, I do want to say that, like, it's very dangerous. It's really unfortunate for Superflex getting blued there, but it's very dangerous because that's such a huge cut that, like, if you're up there, then it's not really good to be up there. As we do see 1567 for USA right there. So a small losing race right there.
Is it losing? Oh yeah, it is losing.
Yeah.
It's a +3 that we saw last time. So again, I kind of think that this is Mexico doing what they may have struggled to do in the first match. Well, you know, you get a good race 1, but you know, race 2 has a bad ending. They kind of flip the script there.
And apologies, I'm just fixing the scores right now. I believe race 1 was a little bit different, but it is going to be a -12 or +12 for Mexico. I swear I'm not biased. It's just
race 1 was +13.
No, it wasn't. It was I think it was 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it was top 3, 8.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure because MKTour got 8th last race and he's only on 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I know my math. Don't worry about it.
I guess I'll trust. I know that like spots can change in the back.
Yeah.
After the top 6 finish, of course, but it seemed like it stayed for a very long time.
Yeah, and right now Mexico are getting an early lead right here. We talked about, I mean, this track, if you're coming from Mario Kart 8, very similar in how it's played, and that bomb. I thought that bomb was gonna blow up, but it does.
I thought the red was gonna.
Yeah, no.
Actually,
I thought so too, but yeah, this track plays very similarly to.
You got a lot of shrooms.
Yeah.
Right now.
This track does play similarly to its 8DX Center Park.
He missed his window. He missed his window to actually get the red off. Oh, he may still be able to do it, but held it. Understand that it's very close.
Yeah, right now.
Man, nothing's landing right now, it seems like. And that is not a very good pull.
Yeah. Also, this path is faster in this game, which is kind of funny.
Yeah. For me, this is the 4-coin path.
Ooh, that's a really huge hit right there.
Let's remove all the hearts, I guess.
Yep. Oh, that blue pull is really huge.
Oh, that blue is critical, actually.
He's gonna try to blue them after the box right here.
This could turn into a winning race. Gotta get it out though.
See what goes up on the front.
Yeah,
we can't.
This perspective's lagging, unfortunately.
Oh no, both perspectives are lagging.
They get into first though.
Yeah, they do get into first. We'll see what happens here at the end. Oh no, but
it's gonna be.
Ooh, that's gonna be close. Last minute shot coming in.
Yeah, I didn't gain anything from that.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
I feel in this game, it feels like the spots shuffle so much just to go back to what they were before all the shuffling so frequently. Regardless, it is still the 1-3-6-8 for the Americans, which should be winning.
It's gonna be winning, but it's gonna be a very, very slight winning race right there. Which honestly, it's okay for them at this point because it's super early on and they're not in too big of a deficit. But yeah, it's gonna be -11 going into race 4. I kind of want a funny thing. So before the new multiplayer update, I think came out when I started playing. When I started playing this game, they only had GPs, right? And the way it worked is that instead of having like 4 races be a GP, which is like the it was
3.
Yeah.
What an update this was.
Yeah, I know. And honestly, this multiplayer update was so huge.
I mean, you can have teams and stuff too.
Yeah, you can have teams. You can notice that they're playing with team mode, and also
we don't get this.
Yeah, and you also have
you can do it in MKTour, but it's like there's no guarantee that like the teams.
Yeah, and also
end up being what you want.
Yeah, and also team attack is on too. So
yeah,
or friendly fire is on. So yeah, it's me.
I think it's good that teams prevent like your typical trails and stuff, because like with auto accelerate, the spacing can be kind of degenerate there.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm glad that like throwing stuff will still land hits if you're like not careful as a teammate.
Supervex trying to do the MK7 strategy mentioned, and it's punished for it.
Of course, it also means though if you're playing random worldwide in team mode that nobody teams.
Yeah.
So, there is that.
Yeah, we do
Mexico, top 2 early. More of the same for them right now. The USA does have 8th place and the start of boots, so we'll have to see if that works out for them. Unless they have a hard up there, this star may be just about all they can really get out of a shock. They go in. I mean, if there's a shock, we would know by now.
Yeah.
Certainly.
They do have 2 dodges in play right now.
They're gonna have to be fishing for reds right now. Horns can kind of be tough to dodge reds in this game.
Yeah, I know it is.
I'm a little bit worried on their end. He's got to watch out and make sure he doesn't gain too much too quickly. This is a big opportunity for the Americans, though. Looks like Manu is getting a decent amount of defense, though.
And he also did time the red perfectly. There's a little bit of
We'll see if the red comes after this next set, because if it does, that could be
just as we switched, there was 1 red that was coming from Manu. So yeah, we're gonna see another one.
There is another. So he's only gonna have 1 item.
Oh, this is gonna be scary for him.
Is there a third? There looked like there was for a second, but I think it was targeting somebody else. So Manu holds on there. Good horn timing.
And the bagger point does matter in this position. 2357 was a winning race by 1, and 2358 is a losing race by 1. So we're gonna see the battles jockey for position right here.
That pole was very fortunate. That and the green shell and Koopa Cape last war.
I will say
if that isn't pulled, I think that may be a top 2 for USA.
Yeah, I will say though that horns are very, very tricky to do, because the red shells come so fast in this game.
And the back angle, the camera on devices like smartphones and stuff can be kind of tough to see a lot. Not everybody gets the Mario Kart 8 inward biker perspective when turning.
Yeah.
We're going to see everything.
And we're going to...
Mexico wins the first GP again. It wasn't by as much as I was expecting, though. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it was a +11.
They've
plus
been
10.
killing GP1s, it seems like.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the thing is that
you can't let teams like USA hang around, though.
Yeah, and they're also kind of keeping it kind of close here as well. As we do see go into Coconut Mall. I think this is the normal version, so kind of a huge front running track besides the beginning.
Manu's has been killing it so far this match.
Yeah, Manu is one of the premier players. I know he's been.
The frontal presence has been just absolutely insane.
We see everybody taking the NISC right there. Kind of a classic play right there. Supervex going for a green right there.
Of 7.
Yeah.
2 Shrooms not going to be able to get any heat on Manu.
I like this.
He went for the back.
Yeah,
that was really an interesting play. Didn't technically work out, but the fall was interesting. Was that actually I think it was a trail.
Yeah, I think it was, and I think it's really funny.
Did they just hop the wall? Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's a thing in this game. You can just hop the wall right there. Yeah.
That's really cool, actually. We're learning a bit.
Yeah.
So 1-4-5 right now. Superflex is holding on to first. Gonna have to watch out. There are double reds behind him, which could be quite dangerous. And he's not even first anymore. Also, all right, top two for Mexico.
And this is such a good
More
pull.
reds.
Yeah, this is a really good pull right here. Also interesting to note. Ooh, I like the back attempt right there, but of course it doesn't hit anyone.
Yeah, they were in a mega. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Oh my goodness! One of them gets hit
Oh,
out.
did he get hit?
Yeah, he
Bomb's
did.
huge here. Bomb is huge. He can call this out.
I don't know. I think he might play it safe here. Oh, he's gonna back here.
Oh, he went for it. Probably landed some.
No, it doesn't land with anyone.
That's surprising to me. I guess they had a good communication. It's like, hey, you gotta get out of the way for this.
Yeah.
Should be a +3 coming in from Mexico, extending the lead back over 10.
See this bag.
I think that's pretty rad that you can just jump over the whole.
Yeah. Also, I know we didn't mention this, but the top path is actually like it's like the opposite in MK8. The top path is not the glider. It's only on this version though. In the T version, it's like how it is in MK8, which honestly, because I play both games, it
Trick
really
ramps,
tripped me.
right?
Oh my goodness! Wait a minute. Was that 2378 that I saw? I think there was a DC.
It was 2368 on the results, and then it just turned into 2378.
Yeah, I'm double checking right.
May have to confirm what exactly went on there. Yeah, it looks like somebody lost a spot at the last second. That doesn't really make much sense if two people were bagging.
378. Yeah, no, there was a 2378 right there. And that's gonna be really rough because I think it was a DC right there, and sometimes like DCs just hurt like that so much. Yeah, Super or Bashi guy did DC, so instead of getting 2368, it's gonna be a 2-3 bottom 2 for USA there.
I mean, at least it was okay. They're Xing out of the room. I guess
Yeah,
it
they
was
are.
still 7 people.
Yeah, we
at
saw
the very
Yoshi there.
least, you know, at least they only lost to 1 point there. I don't know the agreed upon DC rules, but
Yeah, they do lose
that
1
could have
point
been
there.
a disaster if like he was like one of the people in the top 3.
Yeah, I mean, we've been having talks over like there's been some talks I remember with how we should deal with DC points and whatnot. If you can prove that you got a certain spot, then like you should be able to get that spot. And I know sometimes that what happens is like
I would agree with that typically.
Yeah,
speaking.
and I know personally like in MKTour I've
lobbied for that in MKU actually.
Yeah. I know in we've been like kind of looking into it as well in CWL I want to actually just briefly go over this. So this is not going to be the correct one, but if we look at the cups now, I think we're going to be playing
That's the match 1.
Yeah. We're going to be playing I think we're going back to 3DS Battle Castle R right now. So I do want to say that Mexico is doing a really good job in containing USA right now. It's kind of
they're not getting anything. Really.
Yeah.
Not like no big races, just -1s. Occasional -5. Big difference from the second half of the last war.
Yeah, and I think MKTour is doing a really good job just keeping up right now. I know we were a little bit hard on him in match 1, but he's doing a really good job in match 2 against Jimmy.
Definitely come to play this time.
And I do want to say that it'd be very interesting to see how the rest of this does play out, because if we do go to a match 3, it'd be interesting to see if USA brings back Mitch, because he was doing really well in match 1, but I don't know, they like to run this death lineup a lot, so it'll be quite interesting to see.
The question here is like, is it more of like if they do lose this match, is it more of a, well, we need Mitch in the lineup, or is it we need Super Effects bagging again kind of thing? Is Jimmy bag only at this point, or?
I think Jimmy is bag at home, or I don't know. Sometimes Jimmy does run at times in wars. Or sorry, yeah, he runs at times in wars, but he's not as strong as a runner as Speedy, Bashi guy, Super FX, and Mitch. And I think I don't know. We haven't seen Javier yet, but even Javier as well is considered a lot stronger than Jimmy. So his running prowess will be
having Jimmy in. You're having him in as a bagger.
Yeah, you're gonna have him in as a bagger, but I do want to see. I mean, Jimmy's good, but like the issue is that because Super FX is like Super FX has in like the way he bags is like kind of unique in a way because he bags on a huge iPad and like I've seen how I've physically seen this when I went over, but like he bags on a huge iPad and the gyro it has and the space it has to like go insanely tight, and it can even like go backward, do some funny backward stuff as well.
I'm calling him an iPadder.
Oh my goodness! Wait, I didn't tell you about this, but I saw the Lego pad like physically, and it was so funny.
We don't need to talk about the Lego pad here.
But yeah, but anyways,
as you mentioned, we're back to 3DS BC.
Oh yeah, we are back to 3DS Bowser's Castle.
Our version.
Yeah, our version. Again, huge runner here. There's not really much shortcut opportunities here.
It seems the beginning of a lot of these races is just like we have no idea what's going on until like about 20 seconds in. Everything's just so close and compact.
Yeah, we're gonna see like at the end of lap 1, a lot of these races, it's gonna be like kind of like we'll see the pattern of the race and whatnot, or the flow of the race.
I'm kind of surprised that I went into the heart right now. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of items in the vicinity, but maybe he just wants to get more soon.
I think he also wants to chain dodges. Oh, there's a huge car crash right there.
Yeah.
And yeah, we see a little replay on that. Speedy and Super FX go down with Manu going down as well.
Losing first is not what you want out of any of those exchanges.
Nice red right there for watching.
Okay.
Oh, this Hort does not connect.
He actually just you've got to be kidding me. There's no way. This is a whole lot of nonsense right now. I'm not gonna lie. USA does seem to have the 2-3, but
this is such a bad pull in 6th right here.
I mean, if they have shock, that's the question.
Yeah, but pull, you really want like a mega or a star right here. Yeah. It's looking very solid.
If you're the USA, they have.
Oh no, Luas gets squished. I think Luas got squished right there.
A shock and play.
No, there isn't.
If they can get some reds out, then there's something here. But
Luas gets hit out.
Oh, okay, but Manu's actually recovered
quite well.
Blue's on the line.
Oh, he gets hit.
Oh, he got hit on the line. He didn't cross.
And guy does cross, so it's gonna be a top 2.
I did not even consider the fact that that could happen. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the blue people have to be so careful about that blue radius in this game.
I straight up saw that blue, and I was like so fixated on, are they going to make it across? And at the last second, I'm like, wait, I think they crossed, and then I was like, wait, but second place didn't. And that will actually allow the Team USA to pull second place there and get. I mean, that's significant. That's like a 2-point margin between 2nd and 6th. That's 4-point swing right there.
Right, and that makes it a 4. Speaking of 4 points, this makes it a 4-point game going into the second half of the war, and such a huge. I think honestly, just not focusing at the last minute right there for Manu.
I mean, you just gotta refocus after that one.
Yeah,
I mean, Manu's made a lot of great plays tonight. May have wanted to be, I guess, the hero in a sense there, collecting the first after teammate got knocked out.
I think a lot of people, like even like top players, have this problem where like they don't really try to settle, I guess, for like their like spot. They try to go for a bigger spot, and sometimes it just goes
in this situation. It's just I think he was not given sufficient space for the blue at the end.
I think if he went like
the edge would have helped.
I think
it's hard to say.
I think the way he angled himself was also kind of unfortunate because he angled himself towards.
I mean, I wasn't paying attention. I was just so focused on, is this blue going to hit first? But let's see.
We see everybody takes a Nisk again. I just love when everybody takes a Nisk right here. Ooh, Super Effects doing the bottom. It was just fine. He's gonna try to go for a low box here. A 5th place box is actually really good, but unfortunately not the best type of pull.
So it looks like Speedy got up there early, but it's fallen out. So Lewis has actually taken over first right now.
Yeah, right now.
It's
and
still very neutral pack.
That was a really good back, but
that was insane. That was nutty.
Oh, that was a. I think no, Jimmy or Speedy's fine. Speedy's fine.
I think that. Okay. This is looking to be just Calm up there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and if Calm gets hit out, it's going to be really bad.
And shocks have definitely been less noticeable this year than...
Calm gets into first place.
Yeah, he's got to be careful, though. I don't know if we can flip over to Mexico right now.
Yeah.
See this 2 through 4. Maybe not the best perspective, just since we got the player in 4th here.
I like the backs right here, very aggressive.
They did get him out first.
Yeah, he does get out of first.
Oh, he's got to be careful. Calm up here. I know that they have.
Calm has nothing though.
That may be a top 3.
That is so huge. I want to say just really strong. Like Mexico is really good at hitting players out right there, and just having such a commanding lead right there. In these, yeah, and then it's a matter of time before you can get the double reds to hit the guy in first out.
I mean, we know how clan wars work, right? Mm-hmm. You gotta. It is a team game after all. No one player is going to be able to, fend off, 3 indefinitely. So it's just unfortunate for Calm that he wasn't able to, at least, find second or third there, but they just drove.
Yeah, and this is such a huge. That's honestly a huge turning point in this war.
Yeah, it looks like Team USA finally, established, some sort of. I don't want to say they made a statement, that could be seen as, hey, we're going to come back, we're going to win this war, we're going to go to our finals, and y'all should be happy that you were here. And Mexico said no.
Mexico said nope.
To win it. All right, 15-point lead, getting back to we're getting back to that comfortable range in this game.
I want to say sorry, go on.
I would say it's only really truly uncomfortable in this game if you are within 10. That's where it still feels like a bad race could flip the lead.
Right.
At this point, it's almost like you have a race buffer here.
I just want to say that this track is kind of unlike.
We're going to the start.
Yeah.
We're very early.
Yeah, this track is unlike any other track, where it's kind of a huge catch-up track compared to most of the tracks which are runners in this tour.
Are they going to pull shocks? Is the question, because Mexico is an A for
I don't like Mexico's position here. I think they need.
They pulled Star in 4th, so that's totally going to help.
I mean, yeah, Manu would be really good. Oh, but he gets hit out.
He's got to watch out. Pull that trigger right there. Calm is going to be able to hit him right there.
And he hits Lewis out too.
Another one out. I was going to say, it was looking like he was about to do a Mankle or Smuggle right there, but got hit out by Calm. It looks like he will be able to snag first in the last second.
Speaking of smuggling, he does smuggle out first place right there. But
yeah, I mean,
I don't
have that Star dangerously close to first. Luckily for him, the shroom is enough to get him through in the air.
I do want to say I did not like Mexico being up there in top 3 because of how much shock really affects this map and whatnot.
I mean, do you still not like?
Sorry, not shock. I mean,
the 8th or...
Sorry, not shock. I mean, like the 5, 6, 7 there's so much catch-up potential in this track, where I don't like it when you're up there in the early stages of or even in the beginning of lap 2, because because you can just get so many like power items, stars, megas, shrooms, and it honestly it's so overpowering, especially at the end where you can take that really tiny cut and that super huge cut at the end, and which affects the which kind of like makes it so that so many people like just catch up there, and unfortunately it did not work out for Mexico having all 3 up there. I would
say that pulling first out at the end there for Manu really kind of saved the day. It kind of kept them in, like, I know USA still won the race, but it kind of kept them in that comfortable lead territory that we were talking about.
But it's kind of getting so close right now. This is really good for Mexico, establishing a top 2 and such a huge runner.
If USA wants to really like take a lead, though, they're still gonna have to like top 3 and then some. So I mean, it's comfortable when the other team pretty much has to have a perfect race
Yeah.
in order to actually pass you up. And again, this is a pretty good position for Mexico as well. So if they're able to, just get a +1 even, then I mean that pretty much just cancels out the last race, and it's like, all right, 2 races.
Oh, that random green!
Oh, no way!
That's such a huge green right there, and that's
I
gonna.
mean, yeah, if they can chain reds in second, then that could be game changing. I don't think he's gonna be able to get this
Oh my
bomb
goodness,
off
this.
of them. He may be able to back it, but wait a second. Yo, hold up.
Oh, this bomb! Oh my goodness.
That's not hitting anybody.
Yeah. But Mexico's still up there.
Yeah, but 245 is not going to be.
Yeah.
A ton. I mean, I guess it's pretty much just neutral again. I guess.
Yeah,
I guess what we were saying though is like this pretty much is just this is it's not a winning race technically. I think it is a winning race actually. It's like it's not a huge race, but this is more than the value that the actual points that Mexico will gain from it, because this is just kind of pushing the clock onto Team USA.
Yeah, 3 races
every
left.
Race that they don't make, every race that they don't make progress is it's gonna be tough for them. Makes it all that much harder.
And we're going to.
I really hope this doesn't come down to that DC though.
Yeah, I hope so too. Like that DC would be very, very heartbreaking, especially since we know that Bocce guy did get 6 right there at the end, but unfortunately, it's just rough right there. We're going to Cupid Cape R. Kind of a funny track in my opinion.
I know. We mentioned it the last match.
Yeah.
It is weird how this track changes by just, flipping the directions, because the beginning, traditionally, like the end, there's like that cut and all that kind of stuff, the pretty thin final area, but like when going backward, the ending is potentially less chaotic even. Maybe I'm wrong for the context of this game, but
so the ending cut is like you can actually nisk it, so it's actually turns this track to pretty front runnable.
Yeah, I know in MKTour 7, the very end with the man-eating waterfall can be kind of crazy at times, I guess.
We might see a respawn here, actually. It's going to be a little funny. No, they don't opt to do the respawn. I actually like this play.
There's a cut right here.
Yeah. That's really good. And I think that actually hits someone.
Taking it. Look at this. They're just operating right now. They're top 3.
That's a really good draft right there, too. Ooh, but I think they'll push right there. Is he going to go for the Nisk? Luas goes for the Nisk, which is actually kind of a scary looking Nisk right there. Because
they can just win this war right now.
Yeah, they can.
They're able to just hold on to this top 3. Hasn't been a shock in quite a bit now, actually.
Yeah.
USA's going to need this one. Gotta see if Jimmy has something up his sleeve, because if nothing changes right here, I think this is going to game 3.
Ooh, I don't like this red play right there.
Be interesting to see if Common Super Effects can do anything about this.
Oh my goodness, that bomb.
Oh, he gets clapped. 3-4-5 now for the Americans. Super Effects in his heart. Still the top 2 is going to be...
This shroom pull is really actually super good right now.
Oh, here we go. They're in 2-3. Green does not hit.
He's going to take cut right here.
I mean... They gotta get reds if they want to win this war. I mean, neutral race does like nothing for them.
Oh, this is key.
He gets 2 reds.
Oh, but I think he has double protection.
Oh, did that green actually just...
No, I think it was double protection, but...
It looks like their items may have actually collided on each other also. I don't know.
But yeah,
it's
a clutch first from Manu. Right Manu doing a really good job. Just
actually matters quite a bit.
I mean, yeah, it's really close. Only minus 15.
I think USA.
Yeah, 2-3-5-7.
7th.
Yep.
I think that's actually a marginal win for them. Just a 1-pointer, but it definitely keeps the match alive when it was looking like a top 3. I gotta say, Shock has not been very impactful this set.
This is normally
Had,
how
like, 1 or 2 races back
yeah,
to
this
back,
is
but
this is normally how the bagging wars should be going. You have like since you have
you
like
have an opportunity.
yeah, since you have so many people, like the bagging meta has been so evolved over the past year that I mean I've been complaining about this a little bit, but you don't really touch many boxes because so many people touch boxes, or there's so many people don't really touch boxes because of how much they're trying to slow down to not touch or to get the 8th place box. That shock doesn't become really popular in this game anymore, as we are.
Especially without, you know, shock gliders.
Yeah, the shock gliders are still in this game, but still, it's still not enough to do anything. But we do see this is actually a really good start for USA 134 beginning right here.
I've been playing this track for the first time this week. It just sounds like a freaking Splatoon song at the beginning. Dude. I just can't get that thought out of my head.
Oh my goodness. The Splatoon 3 is releasing.
You can even hear the inkling noises, dude.
Yeah, you can. I actually never noticed it, but yeah, you can. I love this song though. It's one of my favorite songs in the game.
I'm sorry that I told you that. But
I mean, I don't mind the Splatoon.
It is.
But I love the breakdown here.
This part kind of goes hard, yeah. All right, top 2. It's not very established right now, but that Shroom Red on the respawn may be very big for super effects here. Okay, I guess it's gone now. Someone took it out. I mean, they have top 2 right now, but they need more. Like, I would honestly even, if I'm them, I would honestly even consider, you know, driving 4 people. It looks like they're doing that actually with the bottom 2 from Mexico. Now, is there going to be a shock?
No, there's a blue.
But there is a blue. I mean, if Mexico is able to get into top 2, this would be a gut punch for the Americans. And suddenly they have so many top spots. Holy crap.
But this respawn is so pivotal right now.
This could end the war right here. Remember, we only have 2 left.
Let's see how many people respawn here. Oh, that's a lot of people. Like I see a bill in play right now for Mexico.
Yeah, I think this may be it. They are able to hold first down, but they're going to need a top 4. Or at least something very close. I think this will be a 17-point gap. So I think a game 3 is almost certainly probable.
Yeah, this is actually a 15-point. I think that was 1, 5, 6, 7, right? Yeah, a 15-point gap right now.
That is okay. That is a +1 only. So I guess it's in the realm of possibility. You're looking at 4 run right here.
We will probably, yeah, we will see. We will see USA run this, especially on this track, where shock is very unlikely because there's only really 2 sets to get shock. Yeah, we see Super FX doing the bullet bill glider right now. The bullet bill glider is really popular in alt run because you can just get a bullet bill and hold it until the end and just catch up like super fast. But do you see Jimmy still going the shock glider?
Yeah, I mean, you never know. Like, you can pull in 7, you may be able to cheese something, but they have to run to win.
Oh my goodness, this is such a good start. Top 4 start is really key.
I mean, we'll see if they can hold it is the question. We have to find out what items are going to be in play, but we'll see. I mean, I guess they couldn't have asked for much better of a course for a potential -15 situation. It's just
that was a really nice night by Manu right there, hitting out.
Yeah, Manu's just making plays every time we see him today. And yeah, that good start is just completely gone now off the 1-3. That should be Lewis in first. Manu up here also does not have any more offensive.
Oh, that's such a beautiful snipe right there.
Him with the banana.
And I like how he holds his shroom too. Yeah, it's gonna be a 1-3 right now. 1-4.
So with only 1 lap to go in the match, reds are mandatory for super effects up in second right now.
Yeah, let's see if he gets one.
Because them winning starts entirely with them getting Lewis out of first right here. He's gonna have to watch out, make sure that he throws it kind of in a straight shot. He's gonna need some more help from his teammates also to get those other spots.
He's probably gonna do it right here. Oh, that randomly scary.
Right, he's gotta go right now.
Yeah.
Like he
gets him.
I mean, he's gonna have to pull like a.
Oh, this is not a good pull.
Oh, 1, 3, 4, 5. If he can get the back here, there's no way. Right?
No, he's not.
He's gotta be looking back. No, he has to go for it, right?
Yeah,
Unless they got reds. Wait, 1, 2, 4. I don't think that's enough.
It's
gonna be really close.
Really close.
I don't think that's going to be enough. 21-26. I think they lost by 2.
I think that is a 2-point loss.
That DC, man, that's just that's tilting. Oh
No.
my gosh, they will be going to game 3. I don't know what to think about this, dude, because if they clearly finish 6th, then it's like, wow. Talk about rule suggestions and all of
Yeah.
that. But
That DC is rough.
it is what it is. So Mexico will be getting their game victory. Had a close call there. I'm kind of surprised that Super Effects didn't go for anything on the line, but maybe it's like,
You saw him going wide at the end.
Behind him.
You saw him going wide at the end. I think he was trying to drop into second just to get a side red off of first to hit him off and get potentially a top 4, but unfortunately cannot get the reds off in time. I do think that maybe a backspin would be. It's risky, but it's possible. Like I think it is. Like you have to risk it there. There's no point to like not risk the backspin right there. I hopefully got the score right, by the way. Double checking.
I mean, I think that. I mean, if they get them out of top 3, then.
Okay, yeah, no, that's correct.
They have it.
Yeah, 235 to 233.
OT would have been very fun also, I'm not going to lie.
I'm not gonna lie, my favorite part about this game is overtime, or is like a tie in like these bracket stage matches, because
you get more OTs than normal also.
That's cool.
Lower score count.
The cool thing is that if in the OTGP, since it's only 3 races, it makes, and you cannot tie after 3 races, so it's actually like an overtime GP. Which is insane.
It is being decided pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, again, we see the winner of this match will go on to Mexico, which will be go on to face Japan. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not leaking the script or anything. But who knows? No, but
Mexico will get their rematch in Japan right now. It has been leaked.
Oh no.
We completely planned for Super Effects to not back the red shell on the line and go for
we're gonna pay him we're gonna pay him after this match.
Well, slide the $10 under the door to make it close.
I can literally just go to his house, give him $10 and no, but it's such an intense set of matches. Both matches were really good.
Down the road, man, and you will be there. So
I think there's like
you don't play AT as much anymore. What do you think New York Men and Sydney Sprint are gonna bring to the game?
I actually been playing a lot of 8D recently. I'm doing FFA Fridays and whatnot, which has been actually really fun. Unfortunately, I got knocked out in semis last time.
I'm excited for New York Minute personally because
I'm not.
I feel like every time I've played this game, it has just like not been in the tours whatsoever. I played it initially when the game was launched on the first tour, and then after a few, I stopped playing. Got a new phone back in late 2020. Started playing again, and for 8 to 9 months, it was not in a single tour. And then my phone became incompatible with the game, and then the very next tour brought it back.
Yeah.
And we haven't had it since I came back again, so guess we're getting an MK8 now, so I'm excited for that.
I will say that my biggest wish list for a New York Minute is that I hope to God that they scale it correctly, because some of the my biggest issue with New York Minute in Mario Kart Tour and competitive sense is that you know how like tiny the road is, right? And some of the versions they split off the road.
Then on New York Minute 4, there's just like no room for anything.
And it's literally the most like frustrating thing to play and whatnot. But
I don't think it'll have 4 elements, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't think it will. I hope to God it doesn't.
I can see the gates.
Yeah,
I mean, Tokyo Blur did not have like the gate on.
I think it'll be just a combination of New York Minute 1 through 3, which I'm honestly okay with.
Yeah. Sydney Sprint, we're going to be seeing, I think, new content that is actually not even released in Tour yet.
Oh yes,
we have our evidence of Sydney Sprint 3 actually on the way now, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and I see I see FX trying to go for world record stuff right now, and there's a time trial right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sydney Sprint I'm actually very excited for. I love the music. I think the track is very fun to play. I'm very excited to see what they have in store for Sydney Sprint 3 because I didn't really see some of the new content as well. That being said, I'm also really excited to see Mushroom Gorge back as well. I think it's going to be very interesting to see how that track plays, especially with.
It's gonna be either cool or a complete train wreck.
Yeah, I love the track in Mario Kart Wii, and played a little bit of Mario Kart.
Good in Tour, in your opinion?
It's actually pretty fun in Tour. Yeah, I mean, I personally like it in Tour.
Yeah.
I think Shortcut is actually pretty surprisingly overpowered. So
I've never seen Mushroom Gorge played like competitively in Tour. It doesn't seem like it's super common.
There's some really funny strats, and I have to show you some of the strats in there. But there's in Mushroom Gorge R. There's like a huge glider section. You know that entire cave section, that entire mushroom section in the cave is a glider. But they figured out if you
I think I've played it once.
Yeah, so the thing is that because the glider is really slow, they figure out a way.
Oh no!
If you respawn 3 times, you go forward. So if you respawn three times,
yeah, I've heard of this.
Yeah, if you respawn 3 times in a row, it's actually faster than taking the glider itself.
That's got to be the most degenerate type of strategy I've ever heard.
Yeah,
imagine you have shock. Imagine you have like shock, and you're like just trying to respawn dodge with it. And it's like you have to respawn to pretty much be viable anyway.
Yeah. And even then, like calls. Yeah, even then, because shocks, it wouldn't be even worth it honestly, because shocks on gliders are super bad for the team who uses a shock, because you don't really lose any glider speed in this game whatsoever.
Well, if you're respawning though.
Yeah, if you're respawning, yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, I get what you mean. No.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at the cups now. I think they're getting a 10-minute break, which is very fun for you. I love casting Mario Kart at 12 a.m.
Yeah. I was considering doing another thing tonight and all that, but if you're needed, you are needed.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we can get wins or somebody around for the final, since that will be earlier, I presume, since it's Team Japan. Then again, maybe not actually, because Japan probably can play around.
They can. They played El Salvador at this time, so we'll see.
Yeah, it'd be cool if like you could get wins on the mic, since like he actually knows what he's talking about. I think.
Well, you're doing a good job. I think we're
trying.
Yeah, no, you're doing a good job. I'm more of a. I know personally for me, I'm more of a play-by-play guy, because I like to hear. Honestly, also because I like to hear Wins and Mitch talk about the game so much. It's really enjoyable for me to hear those guys play, and they're super knowledgeable. Wins in driving, and Mitch in item usage and clan play and whatnot. Very knowledgeable about the history about the game too. Has been playing this game for such a long time, since release, I believe.
I came back and I wasn't getting all my ranking points from like the friends and stuff. So I was like, can somebody just add me? And Wins sure, and he just gets the 150,000 all on his own, pretty much.
Yeah,
feels like. So
Wins is,
that's funny.
Yeah, Wins is really good. I've seen I've seen a lot of the old players from season 1, season 2 not really playing, but just staying around in the game. I've seen Danny have really insane ACR scores. I've seen Dash actually come back playing the game as well. I've seen Kazuo around. I think I've seen him play Mario Kart 7 actually a lot recently, in their lounge as well, which is really fun. I know a lot of times he's asked me to play CTGP 7 with him, because
that's a stream called Beachboard Door Handle MK. I just saw that. I was curious looking at the MKT streams right now.
I think it's because of, I don't know, honestly. I think he's a memer, honestly, this guy. So he's probably thought he just thought of the most ridiculous name he could think of, and let's go with that.
All right, what do you think's gonna happen in Game 3?
Ooh, Game 3. It'll depend on the lineup, I think. If they're gonna stick with Jimmy.
Yeah, the USA lineup debate is actually a really interesting one right now, just because they have a lineup that's felt very tough to beat. Matter of fact, I don't believe they had lost up to this point in the cup.
Mm-hmm.
And do you stick to your guns there, or do you consider, what did win match one? So there are decisions that are going to have to be made. Uh, Somebody's obviously going to have to, be sitting out. That's probably going to want to be playing, but we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, I do think that they were a lot stronger. I think with Mitch running, not in the sense of like Mitch being a
Super
better
Effects was
player
just
than
whipping it up.
yeah, but Super FX is like I think he's one of the best baggers in the game, and he was doing super well against MKTour and saving USA in some of those races right there.
The other thing to consider is just like, I mean, if you think that Jimmy isn't like a huge drop off in running and stuff, you could even try taking
They've
Kyle
done that in
to
the
back
past. Yeah, they've
a
done
little
that in the
bit,
past.
just like on a race by race basis, depending on what you got, really. That being said, I also want to talk about Mexico because that was the. It's not that there's been like a lot of shocks in that match, but Pepe Toro got just enough at the time, like at the right times that they were able to flip minus 10 to 20, I would say, to a win.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I can tell, it's like, can you get that one?
Right.
If you can, it's an entirely different ball game. Like, it is 1-1 right now. If
Mm-hmm.
they don't get that good race that was just from a shock that was missing in the first war, well, I mean, we saw the difference.
Right. And I do want to see if we can get the cups going on right now. I think they're trying to take a little bit of break between, because I know for us it's not really, it's kind of tiring to cast all this, but for them, they're really tired. They want to get as much of a break in before they go to those next matches.
Mm-hmm.
So we might see, or we're definitely going to see. I think we're definitely going to see the things I have. Let me see if I can put it up on stream real quick for you guys. Quick for you. All right, let's look at this real quick. Yeah, we're gonna start with RMX Vanilla Lake 1T, one of those few tracks that you can actually catch up at the end, and then we get Browser's Castle T, Kupu Cape Trick, Yoshi Valley R, which I don't think we've seen Yoshi Valley T actually. It's just very, very interesting.
I kind of like Yoshi Valley T.
Yeah, no, I like it.
It kind of stands against everything that Yoshi Valley actually stands for, if you really think about it.
Yeah, no, it's
just like with the splitting paths and all of that. But
yeah,
it's like, no, you're gonna. It's like, do we want to have the track where you can choose where you go, or is it more of a here's some mushrooms that you have to bounce on because it's fun and they're mushrooms and all that kind of stuff.
And the interesting part about it is that normally when you think of Yoshi Valley, like it's like that huge cut at the end, right? And like competitive and whatnot. That cut is obsolete in the trick version. So you don't really see it whatsoever. But anyways, we got RMX Vanilla Lake 1.
Thought that they can make Yoshi Valley about tight lines.
Yeah. Singapore Speedway 2 is going to be there. Daisy Cruiser R, Cheap Lagoon R, which we saw last time. Cape, Rio Shipyard T, Daisy Cruiser. Nothing really new. I think the Mario Circuit 2 RT at the end is going to be very interesting. It's going to be that last cup right there. So we're going to see teams be really, really desperate to probably all run that track, and we're going to have some fun chaos there, in my opinion.
I feel like all running that track may not be the most desirable situation. So hopefully we have a match that's within like a point or two before going into that one.
Yeah, that's gonna be super chaotic if we do have that. But yeah, I do want to say that. Have we seen Daisy Cruiser? Oh, we have seen Daisy Cruiser normal, yeah. We haven't seen that trick thing that I was talking about earlier, but
I thought Daisy Cruiser T was the first race, the last tour.
I think I meant Daisy Cruiser normal. But yeah.
We had that in match one.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I think we're going through everything pretty much. Except for Yoshi Valley T, which is honestly, I don't know, I'm not a that mushroom, and it has a glider at the end, which is really funny. Yeah, it's a mushroom and then the glider at the end. Oh, we do see a substitution I see on the screen. Worst one is in, which is very interesting to see people subbing out their players after winning a match.
Yeah, I mean, it's happened 2 matches in a row now, right? Like where USA's like, all right, let's switch it up. I mean, we'll see, right?
Yeah. So we'll see who or who worst one is going to play for. But if I were Mexico or even USA in this situation, I would have kept my same lineups.
I mean, yeah, it seemed like they definitely got it together. So we'll have to see. I imagine matches will be starting soonish. We'll get that right up to you.
Yeah.
When available.
But yeah, kind of interesting.
We'll see. Game 3 on the way.
Yeah, and honestly, I think for USA, let's see if they do make any. It looks like Jimmy is in, so I think they will go with that lineup that they did do in match 2.
Comfort can matter sometimes. Sometimes, not all matches are going to go how you expect. There's upsets in every sport, right? Maybe sometimes you have like a lineup that you feel very good about, but a lineup that maybe you weren't expecting is the one that has the better result on the day.
Right. Yeah.
I think it's probably the right decision. I guess if this is like what they're used to, despite the results earlier. But I guess there's only one way to find out.
I think worst one is going to replace Luas, which is going to be very interesting. I can see why they do that, because worst one Lewis and Manu have played for a very, very long time together.
I mean, I know they're not subbing out Manu based on what I've seen today.
Yeah, no, but I think worst one Lewis and Manu have been playing together for the longest time, ever since
STK.
Yeah, even before, I think even before STK as well. When they were, I think, ER Tacos, which is a really fun name back in the day, but yeah, STK.
There's a level of trust in important moments.
Yeah, I think
can make or break some of these close.
Yeah, and honestly, it's kind of the same as USA. A lot of the members in USA are a lot of Dynamite members, and this lineup that they're going with is a Dynamite Sapphire Classic right there with Jimmy, Speedy, Super FX, and Calm. And we will see. There are 7.
I want to get into it already.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of wanting to get into it too. I'm kind of excited to see how this goes. But
Japan is waiting.
Oh yeah, Japan. I have to mention that Japan's lineup is actually different from last year's. It's kind of interesting. Some of the best.
It seems like that they have a lot of roster turnover every year in like every game, but
it doesn't matter.
Necessarily a bad thing for them.
Yeah,
there's just a lot of up and comers.
They do have like a. It's kind of interesting to see as we are actually have 8 in room, so we are going to go into it. But just to finish my point on Japan, Japan lost like a lot of their like, I guess, quote unquote, like really good players, like Kaguya Baseball Club, who are considered like the 2 best players for them. But they've actually
Baseball Club.
Yeah,
one of my favorite tags.
Baseball Club is Baseball Club, and yeah, they lost their 2 best players, but their current players like Maracas, and who's actually been bagging for Japan and has done a considerably good job versus El Salvador when they were bagging as well. And I think that Japan are actually prepared right now to face a strong bagging team in USA or Mexico, because most of these teams are really good baggers. As we are getting into
see. They're sitting at 1-1 in the finals right now. It's such an interesting storyline to see if like they get the rematch against USA, or if they get to have to fend off Mexico from their personal revenge story as well.
And I guess we're starting with Baby Park.
Yep.
But
it was only race 1 the first time.
Yeah.
Going the opposite direction this time.
Going the opposite direction, you're gonna see some funny ramps right here.
It's really like, do they just flip, like for Baby Park R, do they just make the beginning pink regardless of like which one?
Yeah, I think they do.
That's like messing with me. This is not the same course. This a different timeline or universe.
I know, right?
But
Oh my goodness. See, 235 right now coming out for Mexico. It's actually gonna be very key right here. Oh, double reds.
That heart was pretty clutch. I think it's gonna get hit. If not, Shroom Up may be useful. Potentially get a trail. But it looks like that Super Effects is now in first, actually.
And he dodges last second.
All right, so he's got the win. Question is...
Oh, no, he doesn't.
Oh, my gosh.
Manu coming in again.
Was that just a green in the cut?
I think it was.
I don't think I saw that correctly.
I think Manu either read it or greened him out.
Guys, I think I'm usually pretty good against commentators' curse, but we finally got one against me.
It only took you commentating Mario Kart Tour to get it, but I think that was a 2-4-5-7 right for the USA.
Yeah, it's only a 1-point win for Mexico, I want to say. That being said, it's not bad for USA, but that was kind of a salvage for Mexico. I mean, usually you dodge in first on the second half of the shortest track in series history. Usually you expect to win, right?
But it's Baby Park. Anything can happen on that.
It's a game of hearts. A lot of people can dodge.
We are going to Singapore 2T. I think I actually messed up the
music. There you go.
Yeah, we're gonna see a respawn right here.
Right there, that part right there.
Yeah.
It's literally a Splatoon song. I'm telling you.
And the breakdown.
Anyway, Mexico pulling into top 2 early on.
This is so bad for Super FX. I just need to take him back. Yeah. I think Lewis gets hit out too.
Lewis got his back in 2-3, so it's not like this is race ending for him regardless. As a matter of fact, it looks like USA may even have the advantage in spots right now.
Yeah, 2-3 is really crucial, as always in this game. We're gonna probably see some respawns here.
When you have Ave, I feel like you just have so much more comfort. And look, they have top 2 now. A star on the board also.
And look how
there's a lot you can do in this situation.
And look how big Jimmy's lead is too. If there is a shock, it has to come from 7. Super Effect has to be careful for any trails from these.
Shock would be so deadly for the United States right now.
Right.
I don't think they probably don't have anything to combat it.
I'm going to say, look at the break from top 2 right now. They're gone, and that's a red.
All these reds are huge for Super Effects. This could actually be a top 3. We'll see.
Oh, I don't...
Gonna have to watch out. He goes for the back.
Oh, the backspin for Bocce guy.
The back. Look at this. Blue's coming in. I think that's a little bit too late.
Yeah, that's gonna be a top 3.
Top 3. That back was nasty.
Oh my goodness. I just want to say that Super FX or Bocce guy is known for his back spams. I think he's one of the best players when it comes to back spams and whatnot. And
we had a little bit of a delay here, but do not worry, y'all. Y'all kind of saw what was happening there. What a response for the Americans right there. Kind of took care of business at the end. Usually when you see, the red shell behind somebody, you expect that that's the method that will be taken to take somebody out. Calm kind of saying, nah, I'm gonna get a little bit flashy for the stream here.
Yeah.
Done my way.
Yeah, and that Mexico member was caught in 4K right there. Just absolutely blasted.
This is like the first time USA's actually taken like the big lead early. Usually it's been all Mexico in these GP1s. So we'll see if they are able to respond. Rather than, hang on. So what's going on with the screen right now?
Oh, okay. So you're just seeing some really weird stuff right now, but don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to get Worst One's POV, but I think he's streaming on Facebook, which is very interesting. But anyways, we're gonna go back to Super Effects. Don't worry, guys. Just you guys always just saw Super Effects.
You're capturing off of Facebook?
No, I was I think Worst One is streaming on Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting, but top 2 right now. This is actually really good. Oh, that is gonna be.
That's huge.
Yeah.
I think it didn't actually trail. My MK8 lag trail jeans are failing me right now.
Speaking of a lag trail, that was brutal from Manu there. 145 right now. This is actually good. Oh wait.
Yeah, those 2 3s are.
I think Speedy just dropped there.
I mean, for what reason?
I think he wants to get
shock, maybe,
but I think he wouldn't want to avoid the red right there. There's a blue in play.
Oh, okay, there is a blue.
But that's the worst one holding the blue. And
yeah,
ooh,
he's taking the hit to the blue.
This blue might get blown up right here.
This is Mexico right now.
Nope.
The worst one does take a little bit of a blow. One, oh no, USA is getting up there right now. In the second they go, if they get 2-3, this is a salvage. They may
2-3-5 is gonna be so good. No, it doesn't get it. 1-4-5 is really solid for.
Can you use those shrooms more optimally in the air? I don't know. It's still a winning race for Mexico, but
yeah.
We'll have to do a score update for race 2 right here also.
Oh yeah.
I think they did win the race 25-14 for this. So
yeah, they did. I was just such in shock about it. I'm not gonna lie, because I forgot about it to update it
with all the stream changing and everything. Too.
Yeah. Stream host. I don't know why, but I'm low-key sweating after all of this.
I mean, this is turning into a really good set. I mean, if I'm gonna have to stay up, you know.
Might as well make it good.
Close,
yeah. Might as well make it good. Check it. Let me check if I can get the Facebook stream working.
So I haven't seen 2RX before, I guess. Is it like, is this just trick versions then? Because I think Calamari Desert Trick.
Oh yeah, this is kind of a weird track.
Is it like... Why do they use X? Is it like the Extreme Sports or something? With like all the ramps and stuff? Is that what the reference is?
Actually, I don't know why he's using X for all of a sudden, but yeah, X should be like trick, yeah.
It's super effects.
Yeah.
He likes using like different languages and stuff, I think.
I actually never noticed that.
It's funny seeing like the shroom up just to like gain distance on Calamari Desert, knowing the track's history, but it kind of makes sense on Calamari Desert too.
This is not a good pool right there.
Yeah. I know some of you MKA players in the track, right, or not the track, are in the chat right now, maybe wondering, how is Calamari Desert going to work? Well, you're going to be going the other way. Well, actually, I think you will be going this way at one point in it, but this is kind of the gist right here.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a section track.
Lewis has got it into first right now.
This is actually
potentially a dodge.
This is such a good draft from Super FX, and he gets the blue. But the blue.
Oh.
I like the play right here.
He tried to drop in red Lewis, but I don't think it's going to work out.
Yeah.
Too short a notice. That was clever on Team Mexico. USA is fighting for first right now. I think Speedy is having a battle with Lewis for first. I think Lewis is going to win that, but good on the USA's part to keep it pretty even at the end.
Yeah, it's me 2-4-5, whatever the bagger gets, but
these races just go from 0 to 100 sometimes.
I know.
You're like, oh, it's lap 2. Wait, it's lap 2 in MKTour.
Yeah.
This is it. And
so
it's funny how fast things accelerate.
Sometimes. I just want to say, if you see some funny stuff going on in your stream match, don't worry. Or Ricky, don't worry. It's the stream won't see it. It's just me seeing it.
It's stream host stuff, guys.
Yeah. But you guys are just seeing. You're just seeing Super FX going to the next track, and Rookie's just seeing whatever's going on here. But
so 80-76 should be the GP1 score, USA, with a marginal lead right now.
Yeah. I think Manu's stream is working again.
Lewis is really stepping up when it's really mattering in Game 3 right here. I know it's kind of been the Manu show up to this point for Team Mexico, but it's been quite the shift for them.
Right.
You know, you need those 30 points just to stay afloat. It's interesting. This game has the MK7 score system, but with the extra emphasis on the bagging aspect, all the top scores are so much more in this game.
Yeah. Oh, did you catch what what the bagger got for USA? Was it 7th or 8th?
It was 8th, I'm pretty certain.
Okay. We'll double check.
Because I think it was a +3.
Yeah. So 80-76 right now. This track's kind of interesting.
Chat may have to correct, we'll see.
Alright.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to do the strat from the normal version.
Yeah.
Where you're able to cut off the cut there.
Yeah, but you get this really funny glider here.
Yeah, I kind of wish Super Effects actually shroomed up earlier, but probably like wanted to potentially dodge and stuff. But it seemed like he could have taken that red and maybe put a little bit more heat on the other Mexican player up here. Right now,
Oh,
they
that
just
was a
got
nice
top two.
dodge.
Dodge comes in.
That's
W- The,
100%
did the
a
baby Mario dodge?
yeah. The
Because
baby Mario did dodge.
yeah, I mean, does he have a
Oh,
chance
this
to
horn!
get right here? Oh, he dodged that and punishes immediately. Oh, there is no way he dodged that horn, dude.
Oh
I don't know
my
if he
God.
actually got the hit off, but that was still insane to actually get out of the way. And Speedy is in second right now, or at
Yeah,
least
but
fighting for it.
I really like Super Effects
Worst
trying to
one
guarantee
first.
the first. Oh, this is actually a really good pull right here, but he has to
He
be
may be
careful.
able to. He does have to be careful, but he may be able to just outline for the shrooms. We'll see, or at least get the third place item right. You can maybe get.
This is
Some
kind of. Oh, he
damaging
doesn't. He
items.
hits it.
Oh,
This is
he
really
gets damaging
bad.
items, but he's not going to be able to get it off.
Oh, that's
wait
such
a
an ambitious bounce snipe right there.
second. Oh yeah, it was. I don't think that's going to be working out. That's a big one for Team Mexico, and they're going to have their first big lead of the match. I know they were up 20-19, but that one was big.
Yeah. I just want to say that it was. I think Manu's play was actually really smart there. It was just Super Effects reacted accordingly and punished immediately.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we're not going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about the top two for that Team Mexico just laid on Team USA's head.
I
That
do want
ending was
to
very scary, dude. Like,
say that
he had the bomb, but like he just immediately got trailed. There was no spacing and got punished. And the second it happened, there's just nothing he's going to be able to do with that bomb. I know he kind of wanted to believe, but they were just out of range at that point.
yeah, I don't know if that was a USA shock or a Mexico shock. I think the biggest issue is that
Vanilla Lego. Am I seeing this correctly?
yeah, wait, I don't know why he's using this language. That's interesting. Is it Italian?
I don't know, but the Lego's kind of funny.
Yeah, Lego tracks.
Yeah. I mean, think of it. It's SNES tracks. You got the Legos on the side of the course.
So this track's interesting. We'll see the cut at the very beginning. So again, kind of plays like a Twisted Mansion. Super Effects going high here. I think he's trying to go for a low box so he can get power items for this huge cut, lap 2. And we see Bocce guy doing the same thing. So 5-6. Actually really good.
Yeah,
These
Speedy
pulls
has
are
first
not
right
good
now, but-
though.
I mean, you can't have just one person up front, I feel like. Though. It's like you're going to be bagging. I feel like.
I don't like these pulls from... Yeah, these pulls from Super Effects are not looking good.
Oh my god, they do the MK7 pasta strat.
Yeah,
You all don't
they
know
do.
about that one. Just hovering over the blocks. This is a commanding lead for Mexico.
Yeah,
They
this is
both
gonna be
took-
actually really
took the
big.
cut, I think. Oh, here we go. Bomb. I
Doesn't hit anyone.
don't. Yeah, that looked.
It's actually really good. Oh, the
something.
banana hits him. Oh, that's gonna hit. It's the worst one.
Hit. Oh, he's
Oh
got
my
2
goodness.
reds. He gets one away. Teammate is backing him right now. Looks like Calm is behind him. So top 2, and he does not get anything. So it's gonna be crucial that he avoids the people a lap down.
Oh, that's
and
so
top 3
huge.
comes in.
Oh wait, I don't know if there's gonna be a top 3, but
Oh no, there's some stream lag. It looked
No.
like Speedy got into third at the last.
yeah, he
second
did.
there. We're gonna
But
have to-
we'll see if it ends like that. It
there
does.
we go.
That's such
Goes
a huge
Peter.
race.
What a response.
Yeah. I do want to say that that banana snipe from, I believe that was Calm right there, was so huge. Getting
Yeah,
this
that was
guy out in
crazy.
first, and then worst one getting redded out from Super Effects. What a
Super
play from
Effects just kind of just immediate. Like the second he saw the banana snipe hit, it's like, all right, we're going in. We are assassinating this first with these reds, because really just getting the guy out first, I was like, he couldn't do it without it with his teammate right there, just clogging up all the space. So that's the thing that sets like some of the good teams apart from the greats, like in really any circumstance in like the series. Just like we know it's Mario Kart, and there's going to be a lot of crazy things that happen. I like to say that the game makes up new ways to screw you over sometimes. Sometimes what sets the good apart from the great, or the great apart from the good, I should say, is to recognize when something crazy just happened and be able to immediately process that and capitalize even further on it. And that is a great display of what just happened.
So we are going to GC and Baby Park trick. I almost said X. in the halfway.
Very
It's
back
kind
and
of
forth so
yeah,
far.
gonna be an interesting one because this one, as opposed to being 5 laps as the normal would be, is only gonna be 3 laps.
Yeah, the trick version of this track is very interesting with the very long glider, I should say.
Mhm.
So,
And we're gonna see.
did they just flip like the baby park colors, or am I like going insane, like in this game?
No, I don't think
This
they
is
did.
crazy.
Oh no, I think yeah they did here. What the heck?
Is it just in the trick version, or?
I think it was in the R version too. It might be in
Okay,
every version.
I
Also, that
don't
green
even
is.
know,
I don't
dude.
really like that green. It almost hit Speedy there, but
Yeah.
it doesn't get punished
I
right
mean,
there.
I think the idea is like we just want to chain, but
Right.
we'll see. Unfortunately, can't get
So
anything
many
out of
chains
that
coming
red.
out from super effects. Not getting any dodges is really
Draft would be
unfortunate.
really useful here if he's able to throw this red at an angle.
Yes, he
maybe
does get him.
out. Yeah. So 2, 3, 4 coming in. If they can pull reds right now. Oh, they just wasted a horn in first, it looked like.
I mean, I
So
can.
red's gonna be changed right
Yeah.
here. If Super Effects can get one other red, this could be a huge race. Again,
Oh, the
he does get
bomb!
another red. There's a bomb though. Double defense coming up clutch for Lewis. Well, looks like the blue is held as well.
Yeah. That blue hole,
Looks like
honestly.
a +1.
Yeah, that blue hole, honestly, kind of unfortunate. Cannot catch up at the end right there. And
Mexico's got to be pretty thankful right now that Lewis is able to pull double defense right there. So
yeah,
many
I can
in opposition behind
understand
him.
the horn play. It might be a panic play, but I understand. Sometimes reds can, because of the nature of reds, it can come up to you really, really fast, and you won't really have time to react to the red. So I
I'll point out
understand the
something
play.
kinda funny. There was a green shell that almost hit super effects like on the last turn, and my
Yeah.
thought is like if that did hit him like as he threw the red, would they have had another red for
Oh
after
my
the bomb?
goodness.
I don't know if I don't think they would have been able to adjust quick enough, but it's a fun thought. Because they were holding blue in like 5 or 6.
Right,
like,
yeah.
He
Hmm.
may have been able to take a hit and then still recover.
Yeah.
With the shroom. I think he had a shroom behind it. Maybe it
Mhm.
was shroom red. I don't remember.
I think it was I think he had a red shroom right there. Super
guess so.
FX.
Was that a +3 or?
Yeah, it was a
Am I
plus
going-
3
am I
because of
going
2, 3, 4, 7. So
Oh, okay.
Jimmy got the bagger point there.
I keep jumping the gun on these spots. Like something just flips at the last possible second.
Yeah.
It's kind of a shame that we don't get to see the bagger battles at the very end of these races and stuff because I feel like we think of them as insignificant, but like if one of them flipped last race, like we may not be here right now.
Mhm,
Like,
right.
we may have already rated somebody else, all because of position battles for 7th at the end. Don't sleep on them, y'all.
Yeah. And right now, early lead.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
that's
a good
so deadly because you
Can
won't
we
be able
talk
to.
about like how Lewis right there, if like he doesn't get the green snipe on the green trail, he does not take him.
Yeah, that was such a good play from him. But that red is
Well, these-
so deadly.
To be fair, I don't know if it was his green for sure.
Mhm.
Could have been from somewhere else because there were 3 items.
Yeah, this is
thrown, but-
actually not that bad of a play right now. He gets protection, so he will be safe for pretty much the entire race if he keeps this up.
Yeah, if
I
you're
think there's a
Team
blue in
USA,
play.
you just gotta hold your spots.
Oh, the bomb. Oh, that was
scary.
the bin.
That was great navigation.
Mhm.
Doesn't get the chain though. Mexico can get 1-3. That'd be just a massive win. for them
Yeah.
Right now, some bombs thrown at the line. It looks like I can't tell if it's hitting
Oh,
anything. They
Speedy
stopped
just
first.
snipes first.
I don't know if he sniped, but it looked like he may have had something like a shroom that could.
Yeah,
move
no,
the
that's.
ball
I mean,
very
like he
well.
just sneaks up to first. Is
Oh,
what I meant. Yeah.
Stole it. Yeah.
So, yeah, he's just stole it right there. Dude, Speedy's such a again. Speedy's.
Why are you calling him Speedy?
That's his name, bro. Speedy's insane. Like
That's
his
what they
lines,
call
like
me.
yeah. Speedy is. I mean, as his name says, he is fast. Sometimes you might feel like you're safe, and then all of a sudden, oh, he just gets first.
I'm surprised it took this long for a Speedy to become a top player in a game. It's like it
Yeah.
feels like the most obvious racing gamer tag, but hey.
I mean, we have some really funny. I love some of the names in this game. I love. I I mean, before Bocce guy changed his name, he used to be MKTour, which is actually
Baseball Club, still my favorite.
Baseball Club. There's a guy named N, and he's just N in the Japan team. There's a guy named Maracas who has like a profile picture of the Maracas Shy Guys from Paper Mario as well.
With the sombreros.
Yeah.
Yeah. From all the Paper Mario games I don't like, unfortunately. But
when we say, I love this strat also. I just wanted to say
they're bringing back the MK7 strat.
Yeah.
So hype for me.
Yeah, I remember when this
seen a 3DS Bowser's
when this
Castle in the meta yet. So
yeah,
cool.
when this track first came
strat.
when this track first came out, there was so much lab time into doing that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're gonna see a lot of people teams doing that. This is a really good pull, but unfortunately he has to use this star here.
Star's always a good pull. Let's be realistic.
But especially
here.
in 5th right there, that would have been really good. But unfortunately he gets rid of there, so he has to burn it.
So early first place for Calm. That's gonna be big for them.
Yeah, but
well, could have been big for them. He is gone now. Mexico needs to start winning races by solid amounts, I think.
Yeah, no, there's only 4 races left, so I do agree with that.
Yeah, this is looking like a great race for USA right now. Just they have the dodge covered for the next 5 seconds and the mega out.
Oh, he's gonna try to hit Lewis right there,
yeah,
and he's gonna schlag right now too.
This is a great place to use that. I think Mexico did a great job reacting, but that's still gonna widen the lead.
I'm gonna shroom up here probably. No, he doesn't. Oh no.
Well, it is a top 3 for USA. Hopefully, we can get this situated sooner rather than later, since this is actually happening in a race. We've been good at like avoiding those like mid-race for a while, but may have to refresh the stream between races. Don't leave too early though for the 7th battle. Alright, can Mexico make a stand? There's a few of them up here, but it seems that USA does have the top.
This draft is so clean. This bullet bill could be deadly. Insane. This bullet bill could be deadly. This troll right here could be deadly right here.
Trolling, dude. Let's see.
Oh!
Oh, no way! I think that... Tell me if I'm wrong here. Okay, that's gonna be a +1.
Yeah.
Or maybe even a minus, or maybe even a +3 if he can get by. So what I think I saw right there is I think that it looked like they sniped Speedy. Did not actually snipe Speedy, but Super Effects' game thought that happened, and he got trailed by Speedy.
That is just some classic Mario Kart tour right there.
Yeah.
Honestly,
that Super Effects was like literally playing 200cc for like 5 seconds there.
Yeah.
Like, exiting the water section. So it's kind of heartbreaking to see him go down like that.
Yeah, but that's still a +1 going into the last 3 races right here. And honestly, this is still doable.
You can't have that if you're Mexico. Yeah, that's what... I mean, they won the race, but that's like what you would call a very winning and neutral race. And not because they got +1, but because they are fighting time right now.
Right. I mean, USA, like, right now...
11-point leads are not, like, as small as they are in, 8D, so...
Yeah. Actually a pretty, like, substantial lead. Like, you need solid, 2 races to, like, knock it out, probably.
I mean, like we talked in the last match, like, it is hard to get +.
Oh, we're going to Yoshi Valley T, yes! You're gonna see the antithesis of Yoshi Valley right here.
Yeah, antithesis of Yoshi Valley. We replaced all the branching paths and shortcuts with mushrooms. Enjoy.
Honestly, turns this track to
that's a crazy first pull.
Yeah, that's good, but unfortunately just gets broken up right there. This is actually kind of dangerous. We might see Super Effects drop here. Yeah, he's kind of going a little wide. Yeah, we're gonna see him drop here. But good job on...
Okay, well, his teammate's in second,
Yeah.
So, may have actually been worse in the long run.
So yeah, kind of interesting to see how drops work in this game. We can talk about it a little bit after, but right now, top 2 really solid.
You want no part of, the double shirt.
Also, I'm gonna say that trick onto the glider is so scary. This bomb is gonna hit him. Yes.
Oh, watch out! Nice play coming in from Mexico right there.
2-3. That's really solid.
Front as usual. This red could still do some damage.
Yeah, this is gonna hit the guy in 3rd probably. Oh, but worst one hits out Super Effects.
Maybe Super Effects forgot about somebody else. This is a great opportunity for Mexico. They just have got to get the reds on Calm up there.
I think they got 1, or maybe Calm has dropped. Calm may have dropped to 2nd just to get the reds. Right. But oh no, he does get a hit out. This is so key.
Top 3, guys. This is a
Oh,
top
with the last
3.
minute shock.
Dodge comes in. Oh, that shroom just landed right on top of Super Effects. Looks like Speedy's coming up as well.
I think
Can they hold first into the glider? Maybe that can get the speed back up. Will they have reds? Is the question. This is huge. Mexico has to get this first. They
know they do.
They
They solidify the first right there, but 2, 3, 4 for the United States right now, and that was a clutch.
Presence known.
Yeah, that was such a clutch pull right there, and I think that was like an immediate shock call right there. Like Jimmy pulled it and it was like 3, 2, 1 shock, like immediately.
He's so excited that the bagger's calling it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know about that one, but regardless, that's a huge win for the U.S. to get that shock off if they want to, have their date with Japan again. Looks like they are only. I mean, they may be able to lock this up on the next race.
They just need a plus. They just need a +7 to lock this up.
That's heartbreaking too for Mexico. Like they had that top 3, and man, right when they thought they may have had them right where they wanted to, Jimmy just reminds us, "Hey guys, I'm a capable bagger. I'm here, and I'm affecting the match."
Yeah, I mean, it's just shocks.
Like mentioned in chat, it is hard to catch up on Yoshi Valley when you don't have all the cuts accessible to you, right?
I mean, we saw that. I think actually worst one did dodge in second with the heart. I think that's why he was still up there.
But
still,
again, 2 through 4, not always a freebie for first place.
And it does look like a disconnection from Mexico, so we will be seeing a reset going into this.
14-point lead should hold. So with 2 to go, it's kind of a role reversal.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot that this track was in it. I was kind of wanting to see it because we haven't actually gotten an actual race on this. All right, guys, 2 to go. USA with a pretty solid lead. It's kind of becoming do or die time for Team Mexico.
Oh, I think the reason why they did that is because the first track. I think there's a meme in this community which is called what was it, DC Tactico, right here. Where
the tactical disconnection.
Yeah, basically what happens is like some teams they might like disconnect just to play a track that they want to play, and I think this is the actual good reason for this to happen.
There's something against it. There's gotta be something against this, man.
It's a little bit controversial. I think some teams like some teams don't like it because it just ruins the flow of the match, but other teams don't mind it too much.
I agree that it would ruin the flow of the match. I mean, let's be realistic here. Like, we can talk about like the track selection and tour and like how you get new tours and stuff, and that's kind of an interesting thing for the meta because some tracks become a seasonal thing,
right?
Like
last year, I know what they're doing. Oh my goodness, they subbed in Pepe for Luas for Pepe, so that means they're gonna be all running.
All run, yeah. Okay, man, let's see it, Mexico. Understandable.
This is very
substitution, I guess.
Yeah, no. I mean,
if there's no rule against it, who are we to complain?
Yeah, and I think
let me finish this thought though.
Yeah.
Thing is, it's like I remember last year we were kind of like laughing because I think LA Laps was on during the World Cup, right? Can USA win like on Super Effects' home floor?
Yeah,
that's the question. But it is kind of funny in a sense that you don't know what you're going to be playing in like CWL finals before the season starts, right?
Right.
That's kind of the gimmick, right? You get new courses, you practice new stuff for 2-week spans, and while that has its perks, it can also have its consequences. Whereas you already kind of have a limited pool of tracks that you're roaring on to begin with. Obviously, you get your variants and all of that as well, but I mean, tactical DCs, right? If you don't like the track. I don't know, man. Like, there's so little tracks already. That's like you want to see them all, really.
I personally have actually the opposite opinion of this. The main reason why is because I think that I like the strategy aspect of the game, and you want like every single little advantage that you can get.
Is that strategy though?
I think it is. I think it is.
I think it's more manipulative.
I think of it as like a timeout, like in like basketball, where you want to like. You want a play. You want like a play.
You have infinite timeouts, hypothetically.
No, you don't. You do not have infinite timeouts.
Like what happens if some team decides that they only
no. Okay, so
they decide to start DC.
Teams only get two resets. So
Okay.
yeah, so it's not like that. I mean,
Yeah.
in this case that it is, but I personally don't mind it. I actually think it's really fun to see these types of strategies and to see if it works out or not.
I think it's better like when like you have like an actual reason, as in like, oh, we need to do all run all of a sudden.
I mean, it's a strategy.
Now we see Luas back in over Pepe.
Yeah, I like this sort of strategy. I think it's very interesting, and we're going to be, I think, going into baby part. Oh no, we're going to Yoshi Valley trick.
So okay,
yeah,
we're just doing the repick in a sense.
Yeah, basically.
Y'all like the bouncy mushrooms? We are bringing them back.
I think we just crossed over to Yoshi Valley too, which honestly, I think maybe USA kind of. It's a lot of strategy right there.
Mexico was lined up.
Yeah, no, I actually really like this play from. There's so much mind games going on right now. It's insane.
Let's get the longer track, right, where we can just wait and pull shock inevitably. So.
Yeah, we see USA gonna stay back there in 8th, just to try to pull a shock right there. But early 2-3-5.
Remember, if you call a timeout, the opponents get to have a timeout as well.
Exactly. And as we see, 1-3 right now for. I like this dropping mechanic's kind of interesting to see, because I know it's been kind of popular among ever since I think the last World Cup, because you kind of see a lot of teams trying to, or a lot of players trying to like drop just to not get that first place spot because of how detrimental double coins can be.
Yeah. And
how like powerful double reds can be. Yeah,
I would imagine that like red shell gliders could be kind of degenerate.
Oh, that was another.
Oh no way! That green just said no.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to restart the red throws again.
Another green coming in as well.
I imagine a shock for the USA would potentially seal the deal here.
Yeah, it would.
Mexico's gonna have to get them out here.
Oh, but Luas gets hit out.
For double defense. They don't have double defense though.
Yeah, and they're top 2.
This could be the dagger right here. There's a top 2-5. We'll see. They're gonna have to at least get calm to. Oh, blue is coming in. He's trying to get out of the way. He does. Can he? Okay, that red is gone. They still have a decent amount up here. I mean, if
he gets it out.
Okay, Meg's coming in. Can they get calm? I don't think they can, but it is going to still be manageable. Maybe. I think that's a +1 for Mexico, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 1-5-6, and that is a +1. So this is still doable within the realm of Mexico.
13-point game.
Yeah.
Top 3-7 ties it. Gets us the overtime Grand Prix, which would be only 3 races, remember?
That'd be insane.
So, does it come down to...
Oh, this is literally the same exact position that Mexico was in last World Cup versus Japan, where they almost got the miracle comeback, but they just barely lost because of blue shell. It's the same exact situation, facing them once again.
Story that frequently in sports.
Oh my goodness, this is crazy.
So if you get the opportunity, right, like, I mean, their back's against the wall. This is it. They have to get a massive race here to keep their cup hopes alive if they want that rematch with Japan in 2020. It comes down to this. Can they do what they were unable to do in the last season? So much riding on this one race for Team Mexico if they're going to be able to rewrite their story or have to think about it for another year.
They're going to be all running here again.
Now, it is an early swarming of the top spots for Team Mexico. Super Effect's going to try to shroom up here and escape, but
I like this play from him. He only gets a shroom.
He may not want to get in.
Oh, he gets hit out.
He only gets shroom. He gets hit out. That's an early top 3 for Team Mexico.
And that could be enough.
Out, everyone. Okay, is Team USA going to bag?
No, they have to bag. They have to bag right now.
I mean, if they get the shock, they win. That's the advantage that you have when you're +13 going to the last race. This is top 3-6. They are currently in the spots it takes this Mexico.
Oh, that back was insane.
Kyle has gotten hit out. They are building up, I think. This is top 3-6 right now. This would be enough if they can keep Speedy out of the front.
Speedy has to get out. Speedy's the only chance for USA to make it.
Yeah,
have this.
They hold on to second. This could be heartbreaking for the Americans if they aren't able to hold it. We're coming up on the second half of the lap right here. Speedy still is holding on to second. If they can get 1, 3, 4, 5, even that may be enough.
Oh my goodness, they are in position.
Oh my god, they 1, 3, 4, 5. Is that going to be enough? We're coming up
Last
on the
minute
finish line.
shock.
Top 2, 5. They got shock at the end, but it's going to be too late. T.
Oh my goodness.
What just happened?
At 3, 6, 7, 8 for USA, that means top 2, 5, 4, 5.
Is that another 235? Is it another 235?
It's another 235, and it's a 235 to 233.
Pulls off the impossible in the all-run situation. Is going to shock the MKT community, defeating the 2021 champions on a plus 15 game-clinching Game 3. Y'all were here for it. Wow. Shout-outs to Team Mexico and hats off to them.
Oh, I'm so happy for this team. Victory. It was literally the same exact situation. And this and last year they got hit.
Nothing to do left. Yeah. Right. Face their demons from 2020.
Oh my goodness.
This is just everything.
Oh, that was just such an insane. It was literally the same exact situation. And they were set up so similarly to what they faced Japan in the semis. And this time they do pull it off and they do make the comeback. And oh my goodness, that plus. Oh my goodness. Just +2 right there.
I don't know if like anybody was really fully expecting that turn of events. Like, you are not supposed to win in those situations that much. Like, you are relying on the other team entirely to not pull a shock with full odds to get it, not having to slow down or anything. And they just managed to pull it right out. If they didn't get Speedy out of second, I don't think 1, 3, 4, 5 is actually enough in hindsight. I thought it might be.
We can check, honestly, but I don't think 1, 3, 4.
Doing the math right now, that would have been a
only a plus 11
point loss, I think, for them. So, wow, Team Mexico with the miracle race 36 going to pull this one out. They have eliminated the defending champions, and they will have a chance to add a World Cup title to their resume.
It'll be interesting to see if they can. If we're gonna have a different champion again for the 3rd year in a row. First it was Japan, then USA.
Yeah, so I assume this is going to be next weekend.
It will be next weekend, and honestly,
it was a date and time, or it has to be scheduled. I'm assuming
it has to be scheduled.
Right.
I think it will be around this time because of how.
Keep your eyes peeled, y'all.
Yeah, it will be announced in the MKT World Cup 2022 server. There should be. I can provide a link if needed. Actually, I cannot provide the link because I'm not here. My phone died, but if you guys want to catch it, there will be an announcement on Mario Kart Central as well, the main server, and yeah, but it's gonna be Japan versus Mexico for the finals, which will be very to watch. It'd be interesting to see because it's a clash of two play styles, but I think Japan are prepared to bag if necessary.
Yeah. That was crazy. I'm a Team Mexico fan right now. To be honest, I want to see the new champion. Right? I mean, not to I don't know how many basketball fans we got in here. It's like they can go on to win to the championship. This could be something that you could remember, like that Kawhi Leonard shot.
Oh my goodness!
Just absolute craziness, pulling out the when your back was against the wall and you had like a 1% chance to win.
And they represent
going on to win.
They represent such a huge part of the community too. They don't just represent Mexico, they represent the entire Latin American community. And I'm so happy for that community, or for them, because they've been starving for a World Cup win for a very, very long time, and now they have a chance to do it. This is the best chance they've had to do it, honestly.
I think that they wouldn't want to do it against any other team but Team
Japan.
Oh,
yes, no. Team Japan.
Being the former champions. And I mean, this would be hypothetically the hardest road, I would assume, beating the two prior champions to get to it. But of course, the job's not done yet. They will recoup, figure out what went well, what went wrong this week, and we will see what they are made of against Team Japan in the finals.
Right. And I think, Ricky, I'm going to give you some good hard rest right now. Thank you so much for casting with me.
Yeah, it was fun. Glad that we could, have a classic. So that makes it all the better.
Yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you again so much for Ricky for casting. Please don't miss the finals match between Japan versus Mexico. It will be next weekend. We will get you a time on on the main MK Central server, and I will also probably get a tweet out on the main MK Central Twitter as well, where you guys can catch it. But that's going to do it for me and Ricky. I am T, and thank you all so much for watching. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you.
See you all next weekend, everyone.
Bye.